instead. Yeah. Yeah, Highcraft. Like Minecraft, but high. I guess I'm not hanging out today, it's whatever. We'll be bears, you know it. Random ass songs in my head. We'll be bears. Oh, fuck everybody's shit. I guess, I don't know. Shut up. Oh yeah, I need to change You know what? I might just build while watching body cam footage. While
on August 9th, 2024,
my
in
beautiful
Zion,
hair.
Illinois, detectives with the Zion Police Department interviewed a female suspect from a prior homicide they were investigating. While detectives were speaking to the female suspect, they realized that her boyfriend, a 19-year-old man named Giovanni, was sitting in her car outside. Detectives from the Street Crimes Unit knew Giovanni had an outstanding arrest warrant stemming from the homicide, and he was known to be armed.
He has no idea. Open door. Open door. You're under arrest. You're under arrest. Step out. Step out of the car. You're under arrest. Just step out of the car. You're under arrest, man. Don't grab nothing out of that bag either, man. Open the door. Or we bust this window out. I'm gonna bust this window out. Open the damn door. You're under arrest. Get out. We're gonna need something to break a window here in a second. Give me a window break tool. Give me a window break tool. Break tool. Give me something to break this window. No, like a tool. You got a tool? Give me a tool. Step out of the car. You're under arrest. Hit it with the corner. I'm not gonna tell you. No, that's it. You're coming out. Watch out. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
Alright. I'm dying! No. Good, get Dr. Disrespect out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Take his ass away.
Disrespect and this big recent update.
I love this world, bro.
This morning we got a press
Me and Sienna really cooked on this world.
That has announced that they
okay, I'm gonna go. So this is Sienna's face, right? This is all her shit. This is one of my builds. This was originally my build. This is new. I built this on stream. This is her build. This is her build. Oh my God.
Hinted towards this whole decision coming that he was going to be moving.
So the whole world is it's parts of the world. Okay, that's from the old world. That's one of the
career where things have been pretty up and down, right? So back in the summertime, like June,
she's been building bridges. She's built this bridge, this bridge. She built that. She updated the highway. I built a lot of the highway.
The reason he separated from Twitch,
I built actually most of the highway. She just updated that part and added that bridge, which looks actually really good. She really did well. Okay, bro really cooked. This is one of the builds imported from my survival world, my original one, which is what this one was supposed to replace. Because I can stream on this one, I can't stream on the other places.
But now, after all of that, he kind of came back to streaming after taking time away or whatever to kind of like let everything play out. And then now, obviously, we're going to be taking a look at this. So, Rumble, the video sharing platform and cloud services provider, today announced that Dr. Disrespect has joined Rumble and will be streaming his popular content on the platform as part of an agreement that includes equity with Milestones. As a majority of its compensation, Dr. Disrespect will provide exclusive content to Rumble Premium for his Champions Club community. Dr. Disrespect will also lead Rumble Gaming, acting as an advisor and helping to build the Rumble Gaming community. Dr. Disrespect is one of the world's best-known online streamers, continuously in the top charts. Dr. Disrespect's first stream on Rumble will be December 2nd, 2024. They already have his Rumble channel up. Apparently he's going to do a free show there, additional exclusive content available to subscribers of the community through Rumble Premium. They're even offering a fucking discount and whatnot, right? So this is a pretty major development, obviously, not only in Dr. Disrespect's career, but also just in the streaming world in general. So, like I said, Dr. Disrespect, after all the allegations, after all the drama that kind of happened after that, he took some time where, you know, he wasn't streaming, he wasn't doing his normal routines or whatever, and then he kind of comes back. He tries to fly under the radar just a little bit. Like, he makes some comments on Twitter, you know, he's kind of trolling or trying to fuck with people. People are like clowning him in the comments about like all the stuff that happened, you know, all the drama and allegations. But there was like this wonder if he was even gonna be able to come back. Right now, obviously here on the channel I've covered plenty of different situations where like shit like this happened. Really wild, fucked up stuff. Next thing you know, everyone's kind of speculating, like, what's the next move? What's going to happen next? Well, this is a pretty big move because, like, it's not really like other streaming deals.
I don't know. Dr. Disrespect should just stay away.
Signed by Rumble. The first thing you probably think of is like when Ninja got signed by Mixer back when that was even still a thing, and all these other content creators, streamers, podcast hosts, whatever, that have been getting these exclusivity deals from platforms like Twitch, YouTube, obviously now Rumble, Kick. And this is pretty different because, I mean, yeah, he's going to be creating content. That is obviously a huge part of this whole thing. But it goes beyond just like, oh, hey, we'll pay you to stream on our platform kind of thing. I think that's what everybody would have really expected here. This is like a more fundamental thing. So one thing I noticed in this whole press release here that sounded pretty different compared to what we usually think is the fact that he's mostly being paid in equity in the company. Now, Rumble is a publicly traded company. So like if you trade stocks or you have a portfolio, you could right now, hypothetically, go buy shares in Rumble and like invest in the company. So I guess he's...
Yeah, you can invest in Dr. Disrespect. Holy shit.
more equity or he gets paid bonuses. Who knows, really? I figure most streamers and content creators are more used to the like monthly payment strategy where it's like, oh, you come stream 40 hours a week here, we're gonna go ahead and pay you $80,000 a month. So this is pretty different.
I need to go grab munchies. I'm really fucking hungry.
This isn't one of those things where it's like a streamer coming along for 6 months or whatever. Like we've seen that happen.
Is there stone?
In this industry, but I mean, he's going to be doing like the gaming advising for Rumble Gaming.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like an actual figurehead position where they're trying to like.
Oh, I thought I was missing shit. My iPad's in the way.
Themselves up as like a gaming platform.
It's in front of my hot board because I got nowhere else to put it.
Video platform, I guess, is the best way to put it. And so
I have no idea what. Yeah, it's gonna be covered by carpet anyway,
so they are
right?
basically bringing him in as a content creator and somebody who works inside directly with the company. So I think that's part of the fundamental difference between platforms like Rumble and YouTube. I mean, you would never hear something like this from YouTube. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't even think they would hire fucking Kai Cenat. You know what I mean? I don't think that's how YouTube really operates. So when you hear shit like this, it just sounds different because everyone reports it as like, oh, that's how it is. But obviously, there's a pretty split reaction to this. I mean, there's been a lot of people who've supported and defended Dr. Disrespect from the jump anyway. Like, even when the allegations were all still fresh and going on, even when, like, Dr. Disrespect put his statements out and edited them and retracted them and stuff like that, you know, people still stood by him. They thought that he was being unfairly canceled. They thought that a situation that was, I guess, a nothing burger was getting blown up into this, like, really weird thing.
I should build something over there. I don't know what yet.
So a lot of people defended Dr. Disrespect. And so for them, they see this as like a championing move. They see this as like, you know, the two-time really getting a dub here. And I mean, for him, it is obviously a dub. He's getting signed on to work with various allegations. It wasn't like the situation I remember a few years ago when people were like, oh, he cheated on his wife. And obviously, people think that's wrong. It is wrong. But it's a lot
different. Yeah, but cheating on your partner is some fucking, like, bro, come on. Cheating on your partner is some low, bro. When you have a partner, you should be dedicated to that person.
I think this situation really kind of teaches this in a whole new perspective for a lot of these people who were mad about this. But when it comes to like internet cancellation and people like going after you and like shit like that, 9 times out of 10, it is not something that's going to do anything regardless. Like, it's always crazy to have watch this shit happen in the moment because, like, obviously these allegations are fucking wild. They're off the wall. People react to it, and everyone's like, oh, shit. Because, I mean, it's serious enough to where people would think that'd be it. But like I said, there was a lot of people who stood behind him, and then the way the internet works is, man, like, shit really matters for, like, 2, maybe 3 days max, depending on what it is. But if you just get through that 72 hours and you don't fucking, like, keep kicking the hornet's nest or whatever, most of the time, you can just walk the fuck away and nothing happens. I mean, over the last few years, we've gotten, like, really worried about cancel culture and, like, people doing this shit online. And in some instances, like, people do really get canceled. You know what I mean? Like, there are people out there who lose their jobs, they lose their livelihoods, they lose their dreams, you know what I mean? All over allegations or, like, shit that happened or something that they did. But I hate to bring this up, but, like, look at EDP445, for example, right? Like, he got caught multiple times.
I'm gonna say around 5. I'm gonna hop off.
It was all on camera. They had the messages of him, like, getting Diddy with fucking kids kind of shit, you know what I mean? And he didn't even get arrested and charged because, like, the evidence apparently got botched so much.
I need to have a Diddy party room. Oh, fuck. I need to have a Diddy party room somewhere. I'm cold. Okay, sure. Hold on. What? I'm cold. So, I'm going to put on these. But I'm staring at her tits, it's the wrong way. But I am only a man who can't the wrong way. I'm only a man who I take it to the can, it's the wrong way. I'm fucking irritated. I don't even know the words. know, that's a problem. That is an unforeseen problem. Well, great. It's not in a lineup, so whatever. Let me go work on something else. Actually, you know, I'll... Ooh. I'm fucked up. That's okay. I'm gonna just steal Sienna stuff. Not steal. I'm going to borrow some things from Sienna. Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't see this. Or that, or anything. Stay in love, stay in love. What the fuck is wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I haven't had this in a few minutes. I'm fucking good.
Cupcake vineyards grow their grapes in the finest wine regions on earth, like Marlborough, New Zealand, where they craft their Sauvignon Blanc.
It's called Cupcake. That's got to be the silliest...
Cupcake! Cupcake. Serious wine, unserious name.
As The Independent reports, Elon Musk shares wild conspiracy as to why Ellen DeGeneres has left the United States. You see, this is the game they're playing. The media, they're liars. All Elon Musk did was post an emoji in response to someone else making a claim. But they say he shares the conspiracy. Now, when you see a headline like this, you imagine Elon Musk sitting there either typing away, posting a message, or making a video where he says, I think that Ellen DeGeneres has probably fled the country because her deep connections to P. Diddy would implicate her. When in actuality, someone else said, hey, it's starting to look like this is why Ellen DeGeneres is fleeing the country. And then he just puts like an eyebrow raise, which could mean anything, like, for you for real? And tweets like that, when you do this, are intended to share the idea to people without directly putting it on you. I accept that. Sometimes there's a tweet that I see that I'm like, I don't know if it's real or not. I'll say, is this real? Because I want people to see it and then judge it. And I don't want to tell them it is real if I don't know for sure. But this is an actually interesting conspiracy theory that many celebrities are fleeing the country because the P. Diddy files. Now, there's some viral TikTok videos where they're like, who are they blaming? They're saying Leo left, Ye left, they're saying Usher left. I don't know about none of that. But there is an easy opt-out for many of these celebrities because of the Diddy files to be like, oh, Donald Trump won. I better flee the country, which is fascinating, I will say. I don't know, just because Ellen DeGeneres was friends with Diddy or whatever, that means she was going to these freak-offs? Is that what they were called? Freak-outs? I don't even know. But certainly people are entertaining the idea.
And there is some reason to believe this is the case. Now, my friends, don't take my word for it. Take my word for it. I was recently on Michael Knowles' show, Yes or No, where this question actually came up. And the yes or no with Michael Knowles and me was absolutely fun and amazing. I'll give it a thumbs up. But I want to play this small section of it for you because this is actually interesting. This was a question asked of me like 2 weeks ago. Oh, wow. I can't believe how long it's been. That's wild. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already. Check this out. Due to the Diddy files, this time, many celebrity promises to leave the country if Trump is elected may actually happen. So for those that aren't familiar with yes or no, Michael Knowles' board game, is you ask a question, and then you have to guess if the other person is going to say yes or no. So when I ask this question, Michael is trying to figure out if I would say yes or no.
I know how I would answer.
I'd say yes.
You'd say yes, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'd say yes.
You don't think it's just all going to get swept under the rug like it always does?
Well, let's read this again. May actually happen. So it's implying there is a higher probability this time around. I would actually say, if we're thinking about celebrities plural, many celebrity promises, I would be willing to bet there are a handful, because there's a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
I think there's a strong possibility. It's not just with the Diddy files, Epstein files. I think there's a strong possibility that there's fear. If Elon Musk said in that interview, when Trump gets elected, the Epstein files are coming out.
Yeah.
These Diddy freakouts, or whatever they call them.
Yeah, freak-offs.
Freak-offs. There you go. See, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I've only been to a handful.
I think they may actually happen. You see, this I feel like this might be a trick question in a sense, because if it said will actually happen, I may have said no.
Yeah. But you think there is a greater likelihood that people go into these freak-off things since the 90s with P. Diddy Doo Dog, is gonna that is going to impel them to leave?
So there's a lot of people who said, if Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. And I would say right now that the probability that at least some of them do is greater than chance. So there's the indication they may. So I got to say, when I see this story, that people are claiming, several celebrities, namely Ellen DeGeneres, that she's leaving because of Diddy, I'm like, that's what I was saying, right? So I kind of called this. Look, I get a lot of things wrong, but when I get them right, you know I'm going to scream into the high heavens. I am not saying, I know for a fact that Ellen DeGeneres has left because of the Diddy things. But what I was saying on Michael Knowles' show was, because of the potential, and I'll stress this, the question said may actually leave. If it said they will actually leave, I'd say, well, I don't know about that. I mean, but may actually leave? Yeah, there's a good probability they do. Now, there is speculation that some of these celebrities, and it's not just Ellen, have left because the Diddy freak-off files might come out, and there could be some criminal culpability. According to I don't know exactly what Diddy did do or Diddy didn't do. I can't believe I have to say that now. But apparently there's criminal activity implied or alleged or whatever it might be.
Oh,
so
I'm back, motherfucker.
Like,
fuck you.
And they have a window right
now. Oh, my pizza, my shit. Got that Fanta in my system.
They can say, well, the reason I left was because Trump won, and I said I would. But let's go back in time. When all of these Democrat celebrity types say, oh, if Republican wins, I'm leaving the country. And then they never do. And now some of them actually are. I don't think it's Donald Trump. Now, it could be, because they think Trump is Hitler. Fine, I guess. Here's a story from The Independent. Say Elon Musk has shared a baseless conspiracy theory about comedian Ellen DeGeneres' decision to move with their wife. The millionaire who is said to have had Trump's Department of Government Efficiency shared a post on Thursday suggesting DeGeneres left the U.S. after the election due to her past affiliation with Diddy. A resurfaced 2016 act on Twitter post DeGeneres sparked backlash. And I agree that it's, I would say, largely baseless. I don't like the word baseless because it implies there's none. But I would say it's minimal. It's mean.
Good things come to those who wait. But great things, those go to the ones.
Like celebrities all know each other. She had it in the show one time. That's probably it. Not only did this post, but been like, hey, Diddy will come on your show. It'll be, but you're going to have to put out a post on Twitter. It could be like that. So she posted, happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, or as I call him, Cuddle Mix Snuggle Stuff.
Cuddle Mix?
Need to know why.
You don't need to know.
Weird, isn't it? I am yes, you are no, tweeted, "It makes sense why she fled the country after the election." And Elon Musk says, inquisitive emoji. I call him Cuddle McSnuggle stuff? Sounds like Ellen's been to a freak-off. You know what I'm saying? They call it baseless. But there's, I mean, I don't want to say baseless, not to say that, as if to say there's nothing there, but why is Ellen calling him Cuddle McSnuggle stuff? What is she doing with Diddy? Combs was arrested in September on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Federal prosecutors allege that Combs and his associates threatened, abused, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his desires, which allegedly included forcing victims into engaging in recorded activity, which he referred to as freak-offs.
Freak-off.
Musk's post comes after reports that DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, moved to the UK, while rumors have spread the duo left due to Trump's electoral victory. The couple actually purchased the Cotswolds house in October, well before Election Day. That just is that's more evidence about the Diddy freak-off stuff. Come on. An unnamed source of knowledge of their move told the Daily Mail this week that DeGeneres and de Rossi plan to leave before the election, but are glad to be getting away in the wake of Trump's victory. As things panned out with Trump winning, she is glad she is making the move and going to be away from the U.S. Well, take a look at this. This is an article from Marca.com. Which celebrities have decided to leave the United States after Donald Trump's victory? These are just some of those planning their departure. And so let's zoom in a little bit. We have a list. I don't know if I need to read. What is this? Barbra Streisand. I don't think that Barbra Streisand was going to Diddy freak-offs. Eva Longoria, America Ferrera, Barbra Streisand, Laverne Cox, Cher, Sharon Stone, Minnie Driver, Sophie Turner, Raven-Symoné, Vivian Wilson, Elon Musk's daughter. Vivian Wilson's not a celebrity, so whatever. And I don't know how many of these people have actually been at a Diddy freak-off anyway. So there have been many celebrities who are leaving. So here we have Eva Longoria already fled Trump's scary America. Now, basically, what everybody is saying is that these celebrities that are choosing to flee, it's surprising because we've seen things like this before when celebrities claim they're going to leave, and then they don't. They did in 2016. That was before the Epstein files got released. That was before the Diddy files got, I'm sorry, the Epstein documents that got released are not the names of the, it's not the client list. But the Epstein files that got released from these court cases implicated Epstein, and then Diddy's arrest. So we haven't seen the Diddy list of people involved or the Epstein lists. But Elon Musk did say in an interview that if Trump gets elected, the names are coming out. So Eva Longoria flees. And everyone's like, I wonder what's going on. I don't know that Eva Longoria left because of this, but here's what I tell you. She says, I'm privileged. I can escape and go anywhere else. Now, she's saying she did not leave because of Trump. She was already, she's just happy to be gone with Trump. Once again, which is more indicative of the Diddy stuff than anything else, than the Trump stuff. But still not hard evidence that people were involved in anything Diddy did or Diddy is accused of doing.
We're going to the Diddy party after school.
Sharon Stone vowed to leave the U.S. if Donald Trump was elected.
I can't wait to go to the Diddy party. It's gonna be so much fun. I generally have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. So
less than 24 hours after Harris conceded
don't take anything I say.
Longoria contacted the Mary Claire writer and said the shocking part is not that he won.
Diddy party.
A criminal who spews so much hate could hold the highest.
Oh, there was.
I hate to break it to you, lady. He ain't a convicted criminal no more, because the sentencing has been indefinitely delayed, shut down effectively, so there's no conviction.
Yay.
This is a convicted felon. So apparently in law, sentencing has to be rendered before the completion. You can call someone convicted felon. That never happened, and Trump can now file for dismissal. But anyway, she says that a convicted criminal who spews so much hate could hold the highest office. Longoria, a long time
bro, I told all my friends, but I was like, bro, Trump's gonna win, like, bro, everybody, I don't know, I don't understand. I didn't know people thought Kamala was gonna win. I didn't know people thought that, dude. I had no idea. I was like, bro, you're kidding me, right? I'm like, yeah, Kamala's gonna win. I was like,
administration, Longoria said, if he keeps his promise.
Have you watched any YouTube videos, brother? Have you seen her talk? Have you seen her speak?
I'm just speculating. I don't know that
she talks like this and Well, the schools, you know, they're big because education is big because America is big because America is wonderful. America is wonderful because America is big. So we're gonna make our education system big. Like, I built this big school behind me here. But that's how she fucking speaks. It's like she's talking to a retarded person. She's talking to us like we're simple-minded. I might look retarded the way I dress, but brother, I'm not simple-minded. I'm not going to fall for your political bullshit. I'm not gonna fall for Donald Trump. Project 2025. He had nothing to do with Project 2025, brother. I don't know why I kept seeing that. That was, dude, I was about to have a fucking aneurysm if I kept seeing that shit. Oh my god. Oh. Arson. I'm yapping. I'm yapping again. But I kept...
That is, Ellen DeGeneres calling Puff Daddy Cuddle McSnugglestuffs implies a cuddly relationship with a man who for decades was...
Imagine having a cuddly relationship with P. Diddy. The diddler. But yeah, I need to say this now because I feel like it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be surprised if Sienna just drops in, like, suddenly. I don't know. Yup, this is fun. This is the level it's going to be at. Time to get rid of these mountains. Oh, hopefully this doesn't hit the fucking...
coerced women into untoward activities. I have to wonder why and what she was doing with the man. Now, it's not evident, it's not proof positive, and I always make this distinction. Evidence and proof are two different things. And this is what the media does. They conflate evidence with proof. So they'll say, Donald Trump says, comma, without evidence, comma, that thing happened. And you're like, no, there's evidence. There's just no proof. Proof. So what is it? The proof, bulletproof. That was, well, is that where it comes from? They would shoot something, if the bullet didn't go through, that would prove it. And they'd say bulletproof. That, you know, the bullet couldn't go through, it proved it. Or something like that. Prove is to definitively state we have...
That sounds kind of dumb.
Well, evidence can help you get there. But typically, you rarely have proof in any criminal proceeding. You have evidence. And then a jury has to weigh the evidence and make a judgment where they feel that the individual is either guilty beyond a reasonable doubt or not guilty. You don't prove anything. Now, to be fair, there sometimes is proof. And let's break this down, my friends, because people want to play these games. Confessions are not proof. Confessions are not proof. It's evidence. But there are often circumstances where people give false confessions because of coercion. There are instances where people give false confessions to protect someone else. You get a fall guy in the mob, and they say, look, you do this, you go to jail for 4 or 5 years, you will be taken care of. And so they'll give a false confession. And the system doesn't care. And often these prosecutors might just be like, works for me, case closed, we don't care. But proof is different. So I would say there is evidence of Ellen DeGeneres.
Bro, she needs. She'll say, why don't you get TNT? Not like that, but she'll say, why don't you get TNT, Garrett? Why don't you get your lazy ass TNT? I'm tired of doing shit for you. Not like that. Brother, you have to learn on your own, brother.
Right. The issue is, we know that you had property in Mexico and Spain, and of course, with property there, you'd be going there back and forth. With just before the election, you going there and saying you're not coming back, it's that's a bit different. Oh, we actually have the video.
Eva's calling me.
Oh, Eva Longoria, your friend?
Shut up. Hold on, let me see.
Can you answer and put her on speaker?
Eva.
Hi.
Wait, don't say anything. I'm on a podcast.
It's the View podcast.
It's the View podcast.
Will you please let them know I didn't move out of Spain because of, United States because of Trump.
So what, okay, can we talk about that a minute? Because actually one of our hot topics was...
this came up today.
This came up today. And actually your name came up in the discussion. So, but you had
This is where the main
No, I've been in
mansion's gonna be.
years.
And you've been working.
By the way, the article says that. And people just grabbed some clickbait stuff to be divisive, which makes me so sad.
I don't blame her for that.
That this, everything you say is just meant to be divisive when we can't be that way right now.
But you did tell me that living in Europe, it had been like shutting off the noise.
Yeah, I mean, it was being away from
removal.
the constant 24-hour news cycle puts you in a bit of a bubble for sure.
And you're also working. You're working.
Damn. Okay, I actually did remove most of the hill. Is there a TNT there? What?
Because my work took me.
Okay.
But didn't they just say that she's been working for almost 3 years? I've been in Europe working for almost 3 years. But does that mean that she had been there the whole time? She had, she had moved before Trump, splitting her time, taping.
I'm just removing the hills.
That her friend had moved before Trump. Wasn't it that the... Okay, so she's been there on and off, but you did tell me your living in Europe has been like shutting off the noise, being away from the news cycle. But I respect that. And again, I want to stress this. The Eva Longoria thing, I think, is a huge leap in the Diddy stuff. It's clear clickbait and all that stuff. The Ellen thing, on the other hand, she called him Cuddle McSnuggle stuffs. I don't know. So there's a bunch of celebrities, and there's a bunch of viral videos, many of which I think are probably not true. They're coming after Ashton Kutcher as well. There are these viral videos all over TikTok because this conspiracy stuff does really, really well. It's celebrity gossip, it's conspiracy. And they're saying that there's tons of photos and videos of Ashton Kutcher with P. Diddy. And now Diddy is scared. Ashton Kutcher is scared that he's going to get implicated. I don't know that any of that stuff is true. What I can say is, I made a prediction that some of these celebrities are actually going to move out of the country after Donald Trump's election. And I was right. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go back to the yes or no with Michael Knowles. And here was the question. Due to the Diddy files, this time many celebrity promises to leave the country if Trump is elected.
Damn, I did damage the highway.
And I said, I think so. Ellen DeGeneres has left with Portia de Rossi just before the election. Now, I'm not saying that they left because of the Diddy files, but they claim, they say it's not because of Trump. That's what they're trying to say right now, right?
Damn, I kind of want more food.
Really about Trump. They were already planning on having left, which just pushes it in the direction of the Diddy files. I don't know. What I can say is they're actually leaving. Eva Longoria says, I left 3 years ago. So she was saying that she's glad to be out of the country during all this stuff. That's fine. It's fine. Because I don't know her. I got no beef with Eva Longoria. I don't know what she's on about. I'll give her some credit because everyone's happy that she helped fund John Wick. And that's a great movie, by the way. Ellen is woke as joke and left just before the election. Maybe they see the writing on the wall. So as a question about all the other celebrities who are fleeing, I doubt that Elon Musk's son is fleeing due to anything related to Diddy, obviously. Some of these people on the list may be, but I really doubt it. I really doubt it. I think many of them aren't actually going to leave. They said they will, but some may. The question then becomes, will Donald Trump actually release Epstein files or Diddy files? I don't know. I'm going to say the answer is no. Now, look, I know that Donald Trump's cabinet picks so far have been like...
The United States Postal Service.
They really decimated that entire hillside over there.
Yeah, what are we giving them? Like a B+? A handful of them are really good. Some of them not so good, but it's not a failing grade. It's like still pretty good. Pete Hegseth and Tulsi Gabbard are going to be great. I'm excited for that. And so I don't see Donald Trump going in with the nuclear bombs we thought. Pam Bondi will be good, but Matt Gaetz with the nuclear bomb. Trump's going to go in, and it's looking like he's prepared to get the job done, and he's learned his lessons from last time around. I don't know that he's going to go in and just instruct the DOJ to release these files and implicate tons of people. Maybe Matt Gaetz does. Maybe with the way they went after Matt Gaetz, he gets in there and then says, I'm special counsel now, and I'm going to start investigating all of these things. I think Matt Gaetz is going to be investigating the rumors. He'll be investigating stock, insider trading and things like that as a special prosecutor. The question is, will he be a special counsel for the president, or will he be a federal special counsel? We'll see. We don't know for sure. But I'm curious what you guys think, so comment below. Are we going to see many more celebrities fleeing? I don't know. Look, man, I think it's wishful thinking for a lot of people that Ellen or anybody fled because of Diddy Files or Trump or whatever. I think Eva Longoria is probably telling the truth when she was like, working from Europe, the noise is gone. Many of these liberals, they just can't stand politics. They don't want to be involved. And we are facing an existential crisis, so I say good riddance to all of the ones who have fled X and gone to Blue Sky to just torch their followings, and good luck. Oh, they're coming back. They're crawling back. And the ones that are leaving this country, sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Those people, when Donald Trump fixes everything and everything becomes good and we're not so mad about politics and everything becomes nice in, like, 2018 again, where you weren't really worried about politics that much. But, like, bro, I want to go back to 2018. That'd be nice. 2018 was so nice. I'm running. There are more.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 main
holy shit.
Including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Entyvio, relief, remission for real.
I could lock up every door, check your cane just so I'm sure, watch Ziggy from the plane. My garage, I could open while I'm hiking in Wyoming, if my home just had a brain. I could throw out all these copies of extra sets of house keys, they were always such a pain. I'd open and I'd close.
My wife killed.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night. I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? Not gonna lie, chat, that's totally me. And that is genuinely how I feel whenever I have to go back to this stinky fucking website called Reddit to read what people have to say. My body literally starts deteriorating in real time, but for some reason you guys love when I read Reddit posts, so here I am once again traversing the 9th layer of hell for your entertainment. Just know that I'm making the sacrifice. I have no friends.
Right, this is.
I wish I was dead. Nice guys. You gotta love them. Probably one of the most prolific phenotypes of guys that are just desperate for some pussy. They need it.
And she goes, yeah, go show me the monkey. And she took me in the woman's bathroom, pulled down her pants. The girl had a monkey that was spotless.
Nice guys are a phenomenon that has been growing in popularity with the rise of the internet, but they've really been around since the dawn of time. There's always been nice guys. It's the type of person that is best described with another word that us Zoomers have taken to calling people, which is simp. Now listen, I do understand that the word simp has kind of been overblown in recent years, okay? Probably some people are being called simps who aren't simps, but I also understand that there are a lot of crazy depths that some of us guys will go to in order to get some poontang, okay? And I understand it, okay? Look, we're all human at the end of the day. Sometimes that primal urge takes over like a demon and you end up fucking a fat girl. Not me though.
What's happening? No!
But simps, or in this case, nice guys, they just take it to a whole nother level of desperation. Nice guys will deprive themselves of any sense of self-worth in order to get a woman to be with them in any capacity. They will refer to women as goddesses, which is fucking awesome, by the way. My goddess. And they'll say absolutely anything to get women to perceive them as a nice, non-threatening, kind of like low testosterone, friendly, cuddly, emotionally intelligent male. More often than not, I don't think girls are really into that because, you know, in the same way that they're not really necessarily attracted to like the most jacked steroid Sam Sulek type guy in the world, right? Just like testosterone off the charts, roid head. Like they're not really into that. They're also not really into people who are the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And I know this because I'm a woman. But the funny thing with these nice guys, if you see the way they act online, is this rejection that they get from these girls is often followed by a seething rage and retaliation.
Okay,
they kind of go to the other side of the spectrum, and it doesn't take long for this kind of person's mask to slip. And they're definitely very
so
you can really just say that nice guys are incels incels at kind of an earlier state. And thankfully for us, there is one place online where these nice guys have been documented, they've been studied,
Fucking
scientists
Reddit.
have pondered over them for years and years, decades, millennia even, and that place is r/niceguys. A subreddit dedicated to documenting the most infamous cases of this phenotype that's having a bit of a resurgence lately. Hey, hi, still at the theater? I'm the manager now. That's sick. I'll have to stop by the new one. Maybe we could even go together. Yeah, maybe over winter break we can get the whole crew back together. I was actually just thinking you and me. I was thinking maybe just you and me. That is Riz. Honestly, it's not a terrible intro though, I will say. Like, you know, he's kind of trying to get his Riz in there. Okay, he's being a little bit aggressive even. He's like taking her hand. Okay, look, maybe this will work. Okay, maybe this is expert. You know, I'm a dating expert. I'm a red pill MAGA dating expert. So, you know, I think that this could potentially work out. Oh, I mean, if you want to, of course. I don't want to make this awkward. Well, I do have a boyfriend. It's over. All right, it's over now. You got to just get out of there. You can't keep going. You got to just cut it off here. This is your get out moment, okay? Before it gets screenshotted and posted to Reddit. Really? He's a pretty lucky guy to have a girl like you. I guess. I'm pretty lucky to have him though. Is it the guy in your most recent post? Yeah. That's surprising. Why? He just looks so much different than what I thought you were into. How would you know? I know you had a thing for me. Yeah. That's actually good. That's Riz as fuck. That's Rizzy as fuck. The way to talk to girls is if they're already into you and already like you. Like, it's a done deal. It's sealed. You just gotta insist. I know you love me. And even if you think you don't, you just haven't realized yet that I'm the GOAT and all the other guys don't matter. I know you want to be with me, even though you don't know yet. That was over 2 years ago, dude. Do you still think about me? Not really. Why not? Because we haven't talked since high school. You know, I wish I would have said yes when you asked me out. Yeah, that kind of hurt, but I've moved on. Now, this is an interesting case here because usually you don't see a case where the girl has already asked the nice guy out in the past, but he's the one who said no, and now he's kind of regretting it because whatever other options he had dried up. It is very interesting. But he might be able to turn things around. Maybe he won't make the situation worse. Maybe he'll kind of come back around and make her feel blessed and based to have him in his presence.
Bro said no. That was an L on bro for saying no. How did you fumble that hard to let go? Do you say no? I would, but there's only certain girls. There would have to be a really specific reason for me to say no to a woman.
The 2023 NFL Draft saw 3 quarterbacks selected in the top 4 picks.
It would have to do with their personality or something of that nature.
The other, he's looked primed to join the elite signal callers in the NFL. That's Texan star quarterback C.J. Stroud. Today we're going to look at one of Stroud's most commonly thrown routes and why he's so good at it. This episode of Stat Stories is presented by EA Sports Madden NFL 25.
Stroud, okay, maybe he's going to have some emotional manipulator, Riz, master of puppets type thing. He's going to be able to manipulate this girl into being with him. You never know. He could be the god. I haven't. I'd still like to take you on a date. No. I have a boyfriend, but it's clear you settled. It's clear you settled. Yes. I'm sure I could treat you so much better than he ever could. That is fucking fire. That is fucking awesome. Now, somewhat intelligently, whoever posted this recognized that, she was talking to a kind of insane person, so she refused to humor him any longer. She was just like, I'm gonna block you. Good luck in life. And then when he got this reaction, because he hadn't been blocked, he came out, he showed his true colors, and he basically turned into a werewolf. Like, if you thought it was bad before, he was kind of weird. This is like another level of awesomeness. Fine, but I hope you stay up every night thinking about what you could have had. I was immature then, didn't realize what a precious opportunity.
You could have had something like this, and it's all your fault. You missed out. I hope you have a good time in life.
That's so cool. That's awesome. Yes. I thought maybe even after 2 years, you still haven't even been kissed. I thought I'd do you a favor. See what I get for being nice.
He said it! He said it!
I pray that your boyfriend breaks up with you in the most brutal way, because it's what a bitch like you deserves. And good luck finding anyone after him. No guy would ever want disgusting used goods with a bad personality. Yes, dude! She's washed up. She's a roasty. Fuck! Yeah, yes. And this is how everyone should talk to girls. This is how everyone should talk to girls ever. This is good. You really missed out on the best relationship you could have had. You don't even deserve a goodbye. I'm gonna make a little guess here, and I could be totally wrong, but this individual, given that he's like ruminating on high school a lot, and like this girl that he liked in high school asked him out, I'm gonna guess that maybe he kind of peaked in high school, or he had a really good time in high school, and now that it's been 2 years, he's probably like 800 pounds, maybe he has no friends, and he's just really in need of something. think of anything to just squeeze himself into. He's thinking like, oh, well, you know, there's no girls I know right now.
Dude,
but that one girl in high school, I remember her. I mean, she asked me out. I didn't even like her, but, you know, maybe that'll be enough. You know, maybe she'll supplement my need to goo. But then when he gets himself rejected, and perhaps even like the realization dawns on him that he has no riz, he just has a full mental breakdown.
Bro, even though I had no hair,
her boyfriend's now. It's kind of sad. There are a lot of cases like this that we'll see today, but it is kind of sad. I kind of feel bad for him, you know. I think that if you have a really, really amazing time in high school, like if high school is the best time of your life, after that, you may not develop into a really cool person, you know. Now, our next nice guy actually comes from medieval times, and as such, he actually speaks like he's from the 1400s. Hey, who's that girl in that one post? I can see how she's not smiling in that picture, and I'm kind of worried, to be honest. Perchance you're not mistreating her, are you? If y'all are together, I'm sorry to say this man to man, but she does not.
Perchance, madam.
She's trying to save you some trouble in the future.
Perchance, madam.
I mean, this is like words for advice of someone who's been in hella relationships with girls. Good thing he clarified here, you know, wouldn't want to think otherwise. And they do not want someone like you. Now, this is a very bold strategy here. You know, instead of messaging the girl directly, he's kind of going around her, trying to message her boyfriend to separate her from her connection so he can then swoop in and save the day. He's trying to scare the boyfriend away so that she is ripe for the picking. Dude, I ain't reading all that. It's midnight. Was just trying to make sure everything's okay. We're in a relationship. Yes, everything is okay. Goodbye. Now, it seems like this pesky boyfriend, this pesky chud, is not backing down, and therefore, I think doubling down and showing him your dark side would definitely...
Oh my god, it's the fucking boyfriend's fault. I'm not with her.
You don't deserve her at all. Compare me to you in anything, I guarantee I am better. So I will help you out. Either leave her, or I'll make her mine, and then make you depressed.
She will be mine.
Now, someone like me is a wolf among sheep. I'm one of a kind. To be honest, I can tell in the pictures.
I'm one of a kind. Alpha male energy. You don't want to fuck with me, brother. I am that alpha male.
That's so fucking cool.
The one that she needs in her life. Unlike you.
This is truly
you are like a beta.
Personally, I think if I got any of these messages from this guy, I would be shivering in my boots, and I would.
Look at you, you're just a beta, and I'm just a big Sigma out here. Risen up the, I don't know, the baddies. I don't fucking know. Risen up the baddies. Oh, I'm going to die.
Male and I'm the beta. He's a wolf among sheep. And me, well, I'm just a member of the herd for him to bite into. Girls just fall in love with me really quick. It's because most attractive guys are fuck boys. But I'm a good guy. Saying you're a good guy is a red flag, not gonna lie. I am. Like, we don't have to have sex when we go out.
Fuck. No!
Yeah.
My house!
Anyways, right. Like, we can just get to know each other. I want a deep spiritual connection. We can go for a nice walk. This is just a cool dude, okay? He's just looking for a deep spiritual connection. He doesn't even want pussy, okay? He wouldn't even think about that, wouldn't even be on his mind. Whether a girl's attractive or not, does that even matter to him? No, he's not trying to get his goon on, okay?
Bro, when does this happen?
Approach, I'd probably ask her to unfurl her cocoon like a butterfly. Hey girl, I just want to unfurl your cocoon. Hey girl, you may think you're cool now, but just wait till I get that cocoon off you. You'll finally spread your wings like the beautiful butterfly I knew you were all along. But honestly, I'm a good guy. I might ask you for head. You're just too hot. Yes! Yes! Fuck yes! Yes! Go! 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 I'm more interested in a relationship. Yes, but if sex is good, we'll want more and have a relationship. Can't argue with that.
Damn, bro, the whole house.
I prefer relationship than sex. I'm not gay. I love women.
Damn.
Yeah.
I might just make this house a shell.
Just think you wanted to have sex and not a relationship. It's so funny how girls think they're in control. When if the guy wants to be with them, then they're together. When are you free? Not sure. You're so tiny, I could throw you through a wall. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. He's strong. He's an alpha male. This isn't even sexual. He sounds like a WWE wrestler. Sorry, I'm a good guy. I'm just horny sometimes. It's like his brain was in control for the majority of this, and then his dick just like took the cockpit for a little bit there, and then he finally regained control for the next message. He was like, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I don't really want to throw you through a wall. I'm just horny sometimes, but I'm a good guy. I promise. I'm a good guy. This guy is fighting the real demons that we all, as young men, fight, okay? He's trying to keep the horny demon under control, but unfortunately, he's losing every few texts. I just want you to take care with me. Just be there for me emotionally. You can see here, he's definitely regained control, okay? Listen, next move, you gotta call her a beautiful butterfly. Well, I mean, really just say that she's like a larva, she's like a caterpillar, but you want to peel back her cocoon to see her blossom, okay? That's the strategy here. And suck me off once a day and I'll love you. Yeah, dude, me too. This is going on Reddit. First of all, gotta say, it's fucking awesome that the demon won here at the end. That is sick. He couldn't help himself but squeak in that last text. Like, at every moment, he's fighting his urges. He's like, I just want to take care of you. I just want to love you. I'm a good guy. I just want to be a good boyfriend, but what if you sucked it? It's like he's possessed by the Venom symbiote, but the symbiote is just his own horniness, his own libido. But the woman's last response, this is going on Reddit, is probably the worst thing you could ever say. Like, yeah, you really got him, bro. Like, he's gonna get roasted on Reddit, and then he's gonna end up in a Tom Dark video. All the YouTubers are gonna cringe at you now. It's over, buddy. I got a question, like, what kind of person is thinking, like, when I have this awkward interaction with a dude, I'm immediately getting ready to post it on Reddit. If that's already in your mind, I don't know. What kind of people are seeking you out? What kind of people are you attracting to yourself? Now, here we have a picture of a lady sitting down on the floor doing something. I honestly can't really tell what it is, but it doesn't really matter. I think she's, like, repairing a chair or something. She's a chair repairwoman. But that doesn't really matter. What matters here is the epic comment from a classic nice guy. I love women like this. Sitting down, carefree, not trying to hide their kitty constantly. Most of us nice guys aren't trying to look up your skirt or dresses. So women, please stop trying too hard to hide it. Be like this woman. Comfortable and not worried about what guys can see. Hell yeah, dude. Look, girl power, female empowerment, alright? Let the pussy be free. This guy reminds me of a very classic Stone Toss comic about predators trying to camouflage themselves to look like prey. Except this guy is just really bad at it. He's being a little bit too obvious. If you want to go for the whole male feminist, female empowerment angle, you gotta be a little bit more subtle, alright? You gotta work it in a little bit, alright? Maybe mention feminism or how DEI is good, like just a little bit, but you don't want to go full bore and be like, I just love the girls can show their pussy now. Now, our next case of a nice guy actually comes with a little bit more of a background explanation before we get to read the text, so we're gonna have to understand the full context here. I'm happy to share more of what occurred in the weeks leading up to this to show that there was absolutely no indication that he was like this. We met in an arcade and have mutual friends. Our only chats have been about the arcade or video games, never anything even close to flirting. So you can see that when things started to turn, I was confused. I genuinely thought that this
I love everybody.
React. So she was friendly with him before. They had
no
friends,
did he though?
In a very normal way. So I'm assuming this isn't going to end as bad as the other ones here. Maybe he'll even play it off as a joke afterwards and just kind of get out of it and be safe. But now that we've set the stage, I think we can get into the DMs. What's up? Nothing. How about you? Just got off work. Gonna take meds and relax. It's Saturday. Come hang out. You can relax here. No, I'm sick as hell. What's wrong? Just got some kind of bug. It's going around. Sore throat, coughing, and sneezing. The throat bug? I guess so. You need a throat massage.
We met in an arcade and have mutual friends.
Hey, yo, what the? What? Yes, W fucking Riz, dude. Throat massage. I mean,
no way he said that.
I mean, I've never really heard of this innuendo before, being like, you're sick? Well, maybe my penis in your mouth would help you. Honestly, +5 Reddit goal to this guy for creativity.
+5 Riz.
He didn't bring it up out of nowhere. He was working it in. He was being careful. He was slowly massaging it. Well, I don't think so. Are you a doctor? That's what you need. What's your address? I'm gonna come and give you one. It'll be fun. Hurry up.
I'm going to come and give you a doctor.
You won't really know until it's in your throat. It'll be better because your throat will be hot. Give me your damn address and stop fooling around. Alright, so this guy's going for a bit of an alpha male, a gorilla approach, bit of a force.
Bro, I don't understand how people talk to fucking women like that, bro. Like, what the fuck is your problem, bro?
You must be confused about who you're talking
Generally, bro, what the fuck is your problem?
Absolutely not. I'm not interested. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
You're just acting shy. What's your address? I'll be there right away. You need
Begging a woman, dude, if you were going to a woman saying, come on, give me your address, give me your address. Nah, bro, nah.
Yes. Not now, not ever. What's that? You're sick? You have an illness? You might even have COVID? Common cold, maybe a little bit of the flu? What's your address? Think I could help you out with that. I'm actually a doctor. When it comes to the streets, they call me Dr. Fauci, because I always mandate that shit. Keep in mind, these people have met in real life.
No fucking way he said that
shit. This guy is clearly running the risk here.
That was actually
not only affecting his friendship with her, but also all of their mutual friends could see this and be like, what the fuck's going on, and I don't want to be around him anymore. But he keeps going. Ha, yeah, right. You're a woman. Women love to be pinched and squeezed and stuffed. Dude, this is like that. He's like, if you're hot and 18, let me stuff you and go home. Stop wasting time, baby. Let me stuff you. Okay, next time I see you, I'll pinch your nipples then. Dude.
Ow!
Don't too loud, okay? Admit it. You want me to be sucking on your nipples right now. Don't Why? Give me your address now.
We met in an arcade and have mutual friends.
Wow. This guy is fucking. This is crazy. Is this real? Could this even be real? And then she responds to him basically saying like, all right, I'm blocking you, but I mean, just wow. This has to be one of the funniest ways to try and get a girl to sleep with you. Like just the obsession in particular with being hyper focused on nipple pinching is just gold. This guy's a real twister. I don't know if his mom twisted his nipples in childhood for being annoying, and that's why he's like this. I don't really know what's going on here, but something happened to this dude that made him this way, and whatever it is, it must have been really good.
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking tampons!
Now this next post is titled, I'm a good man. I would have treated you nicely, after he threatens to rape her. Now this one has very little context, only the outburst that occurred after an event that we don't really
I'm a good man. I would have treated...
One-sided to be able to comment on it, but this text message in particular
no way you could ever...
regardless of whatever happened before.
No way anybody could...
You've pictured this moment all year long. It's our biggest ever Black Friday sale. Get 25% off practically everything and up to 50% off doorbusters. At Value City Furniture, you don't have to picture. You can experience it.
Just tweaking out. Can't wait to have water elevators, like, actually.
Or it's probably not good. It's probably not good. Listen, I waited, like I said, for 2 days exactly. Now that I know you're a fucking whore, here's what will happen to you. I will shove my dick in your loose, maggoty pussy. Maggoty. Like it's rotting? Why do you even want to put it in there if it's maggoty? I will shove myself in your maggoty kitty and ensure you will cry. I will tear your kitty apart. You don't know what my dick is like. It will reach your kidneys and ruin you. I texted you very nicely to come over, but you didn't listen. I know where you live, and you know what I can do to you. Wow, this is not even just a nice guy. He's being too masked off. This is way more aggressive than I would usually expect. You probably have a torn kitty till your butt since you're a whore, and that's what should happen to whores like you. Keep a lookout for me, bitch. Now that you have proven that you're a whore, you'll get treatment from me. I am a good man. I would have treated you nicely. Even would have bought you stuff. He would have bought her stuff, thank God. But you ruined that with your whore attitude. Then that's what you'll fucking get. Guys, let's clear the record here, okay? Despite what he said about her pussy being maggoty and saying he knows where she lives, and obviously that could scare her, he did offer to buy her things, okay? He might, buy her some Funko Pops, maybe Nintendo Switch, maybe like a nice Hello Kitty plushie, and, based on that, I mean, he is a nice guy. I mean, come on. As demonstrated from this text, he's been treated badly in the past, so I think this Reddit is kind of being mean to this guy. Why can't we all just give love a chance? And for our final and perhaps most epic nice guy of today, we have perhaps the worst possible example. I did save the worst for last for you guys, just because of how bad it is. This is essentially just a wall of text sent by a guy with a secret that will be revealed after reading this text chain, and you can tell why he was keeping it a secret because of how insane it is. Also, this wall of text, like, I was thinking maybe it was AI generated, maybe it was fake, but just because of how specific it is and how in-depth it is, I don't think that any AI could have written this. I don't think this is a text from Dr. Egon Shalakian, so I think this is real. I just took a minute to look at your pictures that you sent me of all the plants, vegetables, etc. you were growing. That's really impressive, and I hope you take this as a compliment. I was talking to my neighbor who's always asking me about my progress in the dating world. He's 17, lol, and he asked me why I was so interested in you, given that other women have showed me interest. I explained to him as a man, your selectivity is key, and those pictures of a very successful garden is a far bigger turn on to me than any provocative picture of some woman hanging halfway out of her shirt asking me if I think she's pretty. Again, he's 17, so it just didn't compute, lol. My conversations with you thus far have actually been the most enjoyable conversations I have had with any woman on Messenger, and I've stopped speaking to all the others. In fact, I've blocked several. Maybe that's
grab it off the wall if you
I'm being selective more than ever before. I would say in conclusion that hopefully this is not the last message you get from me, but if it is, I think you should take a look in the mirror right now, stare up and down every inch of yourself, and understand that you're looking at someone who's valued by one of those men that women are always trying to find, dude. Looking at one of those men that's valued by people that women are always trying to find. You're looking at an alpha male. You're looking at a diamond in the rough. You're looking at a needle in the haystack. You have finally found me. Your entire life has been leading to this moment. Do not waste this opportunity. I hope that compliment rests well on your shoulders, and I hope it brightens your day. I'm about to be incredibly honest with you and equally so vulnerable. So if you do happen to get this message, please take it very seriously. In 11 days, I most likely will not be able to respond to your messages. I cannot tell you why, but I want you to know that although our conversation was rather short, I've been shown interest impressed by several other women, both in person and the messenger. Most of their conversations, however, reveal quite quickly to me that their interest in what they can gain from me, or perhaps falling in love with the idea of being with a man of my rare personality type, because it emulates something that jumped out of a love novel, or perhaps a BDSM article. I'm not sure which. I'm a pleasure dom by nature. I'm a pleasure. People just need to stop. Like, I don't know if people have sex too much now, or they just talk about it too much. I feel like you need to stop.
Dude, I think it's people watch too much porn.
Like, I'm a pleasure dom. I'm a pain dom. I'm a sub 5 category 8 hurricane.
People watch too much porn, and they get this idea that everybody else watches all this porn, but like, no, they don't.
Like, just stop.
You're
just
just
stop designating
weird,
yourself.
and
Like, just be a fucking guy. Okay, just be a fucking dude who likes sex. Like, every guy likes sex. You don't need to like categorize yourself into these 18 different ways. Okay, but this is not even close to the worst that is in these messages. Okay, not even close to it. Okay, this is like just a personal peeve I have. I'm a pleasure dom by nature, but aside that, I'm trying to make a direct point about the difference between the conversation that I had with you and those with others. I am almost thoroughly disgusted with what has happened to women, at least. Now, on the surface, yes, these texts are really weird and they seem very odd, but that's not nearly as crazy as it gets. If you guys remember, he was saying he wasn't going to be able to respond to messages in about 11 days, which begs the question, why? Is his mom going to take his phone? Does he have to go into the military? Like, why can he not talk to her anymore? But if you dig a bit deeper into who got sent this message, you'll find out that the person who wrote it was charged with kidnapping a 14-year-old. So, yeah, our penultimate nice guy today was charged in the grand state of Minnesota with trying to kidnap a child, which is definitely a great way to end this. You know, I was hoping to do a video where there's
because I'm going to prison.
Unfortunately, I'm not so lucky. Now, obviously, we saw a lot of varying different types of people here today, and I think that nice guys are so interesting.
I won't be able to talk because I'm in the
prison
for a while. I kidnapped a child, but it's okay because I'm such a nice man. No, nothing screams. I'm nice, like.
Engage with it, if only out of fear that it could be screenshotted and posted to Reddit, right? We live in an age where anything embarrassing you do privately could, you know, go out there publicly. So you're probably going to be worried about this kind of thing if you're talking to a girl you barely know. But in a less aggressive sense, I think, out of all of these people, it kind of like falls down to a different sort of phenotype of person, because you have like the more aggressive guys like this, but then there's also this sort of nice guy that exists out there online. That's like the I'm just a decent person phenotype, which is another really funny phenomenon. You guys know what I'm talking about if you've watched my stuff before. I've talked about my hatred for this kind of person. It's the penultimate sort of like modern white dude with a mullet and like hoopy earrings, and maybe he wears like alternative clothing as alternative fashion, and he kind of really represents himself as like a girl's guy, you know, a guy who just gets the girls. He is really sympathetic to women. He's emotionally mature, but you know, usually
that sounds like me. What the fuck? That sounds like me, but I don't have. I'm not trying to have the mullet, bro.
The cringe male feminist stereotype. That is a kind of person.
I don't really consider myself
this sort of phenotype of people. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that any of these guys are like anywhere near some of the dudes we discussed today, but I think there is some similarities between this phenotype of person and this quote-unquote nice guy.
Damn, that kind of sounded like me for real, bro. That's funny as fuck. That's funny as.
I'm a decent person type of guy will sort of do the exact same thing as the classic nice guy, but it's more about being emotionally conscious or being a non-toxic person. I'm just a chill dude, which basically translates into being an overly sensitive pussy who cries about everything and just like ruminates on the past, cringes at the idea of their parents telling them to clean their room, or tries canceling a friend because they said the word retard in the 7th grade. It's an evolution of sort of the early 2010s faux masculinity popularized by like flannel wearing hipsters with beard rings, and they drink like IPAs. They're really into beer. They're really into craft beer. This is kind of like the flip side of that is the response. My best guess is that the brain rot that occurs in Los Angeles has permeated the popular culture and translated to the rest of the world, because everybody's just so online and consuming so much media that it's just infected every single town ever. So I feel like a subreddit dedicated to whatever that kind of guy is, whatever that kind of clone archetype, would probably be a good idea going forward. I would like to see those. Anyhow, that's about all I gotta say. Thanks for tuning into this episode where we explore the depravity of our nice guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
I like fucking with my hair. I don't know why. I just have to.
Especially if you don't read the full text thread. Goals, where families come first.
Daniel Larson. It's a name you've probably heard in the past few months, but if I had to guess, you likely don't know who he is. Neither did I. A quick Google search returned images of an unorthodox-looking man, as well as page after page of links to TikTok. Daniel is someone that, upon first glance, it's not hard to tell that he's somewhat troubled mentally. However, everything has its limits. Not every mentally troubled person is created equal.
Fuck everyone.
Seek help for their problems, while others find their therapy in flashing random strangers in the park. Case in point, Mr. Daniel Larson, or how he has been nicknamed by his faithful following, Danderson. This one is gonna get funny, it's gonna get weird, and it's also gonna get pretty dark. Let's go.
So, I'm going to talk about my life and about what's going on with me and my disability and the mental health system.
I'm not going to listen about Daniel Larson, I'm sorry.
To one of his accounts
if you wanted to listen about Daniel Larson, you had to tell him dark.
Which makes him 23 to 20.
But I'm going to turn on something else. Wondering what I'm playing this on. Got my trusty iPad here. Alcoholic son terrorizes his entire family after coming home from
Yes. Did I come?
family falling apart. It's horrible, but they put it online as entertainment, so like, is it wrong for me to watch? Probably, in some way, morally. But it's not my fault. It's just on the internet for me to watch. Like, I was trying to see if I could put like a secret passage somewhere.
What you put us through! Oh, you don't know. How bad you know.
I'm fully aware of what happened tonight. We had a complete disagreement over a burnt pizza.
No, you brought a pizza home that was burnt, and you said, this, why can't I do anything right? I went to the AA, they gave me this book,
Damn, bro. All over a fucking burnt pizza. Oh my god.
Yes. Did I cuss? Yes. Did I?
You can't live here anymore.
Okay.
None. You gotta find a place to live. You can't do this to me and Dad every day.
Okay. I don't do it to you every day, but I will leave.
Oh, you leave now. Look how nice you are now.
I said I would leave every time you do this. This is the second time someone has to come out because you're mad.
I'm mad. We worked our whole lives, Charlie. You're not coming home. We've been doing this for years, 15 solid years. And we bring you in here to help you, and this is what you do to us.
And I've sought help.
Just get your stuff and get out.
Okay.
You've got to get your stuff and get out. I can't live like this anymore.
Okay.
We've worked our whole lives, and this is what we get.
Have you been drinking?
I did earlier.
Oh, you told us no.
I didn't say no.
Okay.
I said I'm not going to blow and right. So
you're talking to me, not
her, sir. Yes, sir.
But this is why I don't drink. I do these, but I overdo it sometimes. Yes, but but
somebody come pick you up?
it keeps me calm. It keeps me happy, and it just.
I drank earlier.
Bro, I would be.
Because I will not go to jail.
Bro.
Did I drink right before I came? No. Did I drink before? Okay, so
I am.
Start calling your people to get out of here.
I am so fucking blessed to have the friends that I have. I don't know what the fuck I would do without them.
I got it.
Just
let's just do
thought I would
that.
say that.
I never said it was you. Okay, so here, I got an idea. You come outside with me. Let's go.
Me?
Yep, you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
To ease up the situation, one of the officers separates the two parties involved to get a more clear understanding of what happened there tonight.
I'm calling my cousin. He'll come get me.
Okay. That's fine.
You want to know my story? I should just call my cousin.
Let's call your cousin first, because it's going to take him a minute to get here probably, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. Do you have your ID on you by chance?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Yes, we had a disagreement that I know is going to get that insane. But
we'll figure it out.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
How do you spell chandelier?
Seriously? He's on his way. He wants to buff out.
Okay. All right. So you tell me, in your words, what happened.
Yes. Wife had a daughter. Mom didn't want her. No excuse. Had triggers. Started drinking.
Okay.
Drank way too much.
Right.
Realized, hey, I got a problem. Got fired from my job. Was very honest with my parents. Said, hey, I'm screwed. They moved me in. I said, thank you. They've been supportive my entire life.
Yeah, the dude's just an asshole, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea.
At moments, Mom had an alcoholic father. Doesn't quite understand the disease. I'm not saying I'm excused for sure.
Racist neighbor goes away too far. That sounds fun. Nice to see my house is now a fucking
Sales
burnt
Black
ass.
Friday specials are here and only in limited quantities, with up to 50% off. Find something for everyone on your holiday list, including the most important person, you. Only at Sales.
You pay rent. You don't own. I own all this property.
All right, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Whoa. What's going on?
On June 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a neighborhood in response to a dispute between neighbors.
Hello. Do you have any issues with your neighbor?
Yeah, what make it so bad, I'm a little pissed off. Because he went over there and started with them first, and the police came. Nobody came over here, knocked on his door.
Was that
Nobody
the one
asked
earlier?
anything. And 5 minutes later, he back here busting out windows. Now, mind you, we don't know from me to them. We all don't know what this problem is. He just came out acting crazy. He threatened her. She called the police. They came. They talked to her for 5 seconds and pulled off. 10 minutes later, as we're standing there, they there he is right there, and we heard smash. He smashed 2 windows.
Okay. How did that one get smashed?
You gotta ask him. Something wrong with the dude right now.
I'm just trying to fix this right now. I'm sorry if it's really loud and overpowering everything. I'm just doing my thing. There needs to be another bridge that goes this way and connects the rest of the highway to here. Yeah, there's a thing right. Damn, all those bridges right there, there needs to be another bridge right there, that'd be cool.
Because he did nothing illegal when we were out here. What was it that happened? So, he was yelling at them, went over to the sidewalk, and was spitting and just throwing racial slurs at them. Okay. If he comes out, call us. Where's the car? Sedan. This guy's not here? Oh.
Alright, 1 minute. I don't see it. Can you take a look at their house? They say that they have busted windows. I didn't see it.
They said a car.
Oh, I thought it was a house.
What car was busted? Oh, this SUV? Whose car is that?
The people that's on this porch.
Okay. Oh, and that one.
I'm gonna go start a bridge on Sienna's Island. Even though she told, fuck, she did tell me not to build, but like, bro, I want to build over there. I'm sorry, it's, I see you have a bridge, but like, I want.
Okay, can you show me inside? Because if there's a bullet hole, then I need to see that.
What do you mean there's a bullet hole? He has a silencer.
I have to see the actual end. You have no permission to enter my house. Okay, alright.
Who's Zero Mission? That's yours? Okay. The GMC? Okay. But then this, I think it's a Nissan? This Nissan Terrace? Okay. Okay.
What happened today?
I just got home from my house and my window busted out. I came outside to see what was going on, and they pulled a pistol on me in my driveway. This is private property. All of this, these cars, there was 3 cars there. They're not supposed to be on my property.
What broke your window?
So, that's what it is.
Can I look or no?
I don't think there's a bullet hole.
Okay, but what broke your window? Because if it came from outside, it'd be inside your house.
I don't know.
So can I look?
Bro, it was just crazy, okay, bro? It was just crazy.
Restraining order on everyone in that household as well. I don't feel safe. So, and I'm not doing the type of custody or anything like that because no.
Okay, so assuming that rock is not normally inside?
No, it's not.
Okay, so if you're a rock, you're original.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have cameras out here?
I do not.
What's up? Is he up here?
Yes.
Okay.
He's seen do it.
Okay.
Which is weird, because we have no problem with this man. I don't understand what the point of that was.
I need all these vehicles off my premises.
Then you asked! You don't go busting windows! What the hell wrong with you?
Why are you irate? You seem like you need mental health assistance. You okay? You need mental health assistance.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, actually. Bro said that calmly. Like, I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you need mental health assistance. I agree with bro who was yelling. Like, the fuck, gang?
I get you. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I just don't want anything to escalate from here, is all I'm saying. Okay?
It's not.
I got you. Yeah.
He started the thing just out the blue, went over there and was throwing racial slurs at me.
Has he been an issue before?
No! He come over here from time to time. He's on the course with us. Just met him a couple of days ago. That's why we have no understanding where the hell that came from. I take it right come down. There's no problem.
People are angry and irate. What am I supposed to do?
People are allowed to be angry and irate. They're only with company. They're allowed to be.
All you gotta do is ask. You don't bust windows out.
Nope, you failed.
What?
Big lose. I never spoke to your landlord. No, never spoke to your landlord. No, I want a restraining order on all of these people immediately.
I want food.
Do you guys know what your property line is by chance? I know obviously the driveway up to a certain point.
Yeah, listen, to be honest with you, I would say from where the line ends, right here.
Yeah, that would be my guess for it.
So, even though the car is on her property, he could have came and knocked on the door.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, really, sir? There was no reason. The brick is still there. There was no reason for him, because this car is not even on his property.
You know what happened to his window? Because there's a rock inside.
Me and my husband wasn't even here. My kids, we went to go stay the night with our kids last night.
Oh, yeah, bro.
So we're just trying to get everything situated. Exactly. So we're just trying to get everything before we do any action at this point. So I'm trying to gather information.
I do too much at once.
How did the brakes end up on? How did their windows end up getting broken?
You broke them, you motherfucker. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Well, I'm not voice on that. The hell? What the fuck is you talking about, though? Like, you broke them.
You pay rent, you don't own shit. I own all this property. So, where's all the losers, boy? Losers? You gang member losers. Look at my gang. Look at my gang. Now you're all crazy. I'm not even sure when you... Read a book.
Bro, these like people sound stupid. Fuck! Fuck! I just wanted a drink. Damn it! Damn it, my iPad just fell. Whatever, I'll use my blanket as a fucking thing then. Oh, there's still a puddle right there. What the fuck? She just texted me.
And now, here's your host, Damian Mason.
Hey there, welcome to another fantastic episode of Extreme Max Behind the Curve. We're talking aggravated, talking about very often.
Spicy sweet chili Doritos. Sleepy baby. Fried as fuck. These Doritos are fucking slapping. Bro, I thought. I guess they didn't want me to fucking hang out then, bro. Like, what?
Of all life, carbon, you know, for as much as everybody gonna reduce it and all that, it's like,
Holy shit! Why the fuck do I feel like that now? It's like. Yeah, man. Oh, whatever.
So from a carbon standpoint, as it relates to soil fertility and chemistry and productivity, you have the labile components, which is immediately active. Multiple chemical reactions going on in the soil with that carbon. We make that material immediately active. You also have refractory types of carbon. Really, all that says is it's resistant to being changed. That's what provides a structural component. A larger fuel tank in your reservoir.
Why does my hair feel like that? Like,
And not releasing these things to the plant. You know, everybody has heard the story before, or the statement.
How do we keep each other safe? I feel like this video could be used in any context. Once again, these people are going to get clipped forever because they're just too funny. Like, this isn't even necessarily, like, you can't even tell what the fuck he's talking about. I'm literally sending this to my editors to put in the videos. How do we keep ourselves safe?
If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, and this is your villain origin story.
Origin story fact. Yeah. Larson maxing, what? Brother, what? Yeah, I'm just Larson maxing. Daniel Larson max. Alright, I'm gonna keep building. Oh shit.
What does B mean? Bar?
So we're certified comedy maxing now. World of T-Shirts is going off with some very, very funny activities, including not changing his clothes his entire trip going to Norway, but we've sort of come to expect that, I think, at this point. And you could kind of tell when he went there weren't any, like, crazy antics that really happened. That more so came after he returned, that happened before he left, and when he was there, we could kind of tell he just, like, didn't want to be there, really, because his whole, like, itinerary was to go see the Northern Lights. And he went to go see the Northern Lights, and they weren't there. So he wasted his whole trip because he didn't even get to see what he wanted to see. And, like, typically when we see him doing some drinky poos, having some party poos, he's going to bars and whatever, but, like, the town that he's in seems like it's pretty small. There wasn't a whole big nightlife type of scene, so we saw him drinking in random neighborhoods a whole lot, just wandering around in the snow, wearing his cargo shorts and his Jordans, just going hard in the paint, drinking his little seltzers, and having a grand old time. Except, I don't really think he did. He ended up going to Oslo after the small town in Norway, and then he went to Warsaw in Poland, and now he's back home. So Joshy Poo had a great trip. Who knows where he's going next? I saw rumors that he might be going to Tokyo or something. You know, maybe he's Johnny Somali maxing. I don't really know what his next plan is.
Johnny Somali maxing, holy shit.
He was kind of Daniel Larson maxing. He's starting to do this thing a little bit every once in a while where his smile just doesn't expand to the sides of his lips, and instead his teeth come out like buck teeth over the bottom of his lip. Kind of Daniel Larson maxing. But either way, today we're going to discuss some other activities that went on, some people that he went out with while he was in Norway, and then we're going to analyze some clips I missed at the end that, I don't know, just kind of are a model of how great Mr. Based and World of T-Shirts relationship is.
A little over a year ago, Robbie told me something that no mother wants to hear. That, after Robbie had been admitted to treatment, the psychological assessment showed that there's potential that there was other victims we don't know about. In my heart, I hope that it's not true, but I really don't know. It could be a possibility. I definitely have concerns that he's hurt other people.
No way.
You have to think about this question. As a parent, if you had to make a choice to protect...
If Dr. Phil's a fucking doctor, then I'm president of the fucking earth. What the fuck is that shit? Like, man.
Would you have
Dr. Phil
the strength to do that? Robbie is 15.
Fuck, our world is so fake. Holy shit.
Towards children as young as 5 years old. In fact, he stated a preference for little boys 5 years and younger. He is weeks away from being discharged from treatment and admits that he is still a danger.
Oh, what a sick fuck.
So, how have you been feeling?
Both stressed. I'm happy I've been discharging like 3 days.
Are you still having sexual thoughts and feelings about younger kids?
It's not as often.
When you think about what you did, do you feel bad?
It should be never.
Not care.
I feel bad about it, but in the same sense, I feel excited when I think of it.
Do you think that you would try and hurt one again? Honestly?
There's a high risk.
Yeah. When you go out in public, you fantasize about raping strangers?
Right.
You still have fantasies about raping strangers, but if you're not around strangers, it's a lot more controllable?
Right.
Can you tell me, like, how you feel when you think about raping people?
It gives me joy, excitement, peaceful.
So the thought of raping somebody makes you happy?
Right.
And how do you think that they would feel?
I don't think twice about how other people would feel. I just think of how I would feel.
So you only care about what you would gain sexually?
Pretty much.
Do you still feel like if they let you out today that you would find a victim and that you would rape them?
It's not that, it's me trying to manipulate someone else.
So you think you would try to convince
It's
them
fucking
to let you have
frozen.
sex with
But
them?
what the fuck? I did generally stop because what the fuck?
You told me that you
I did
would
stop to listen.
or
Okay.
make them shut up. Do you still feel like that?
Occasionally.
Do you feel like you still have sexual thoughts and urges towards the same people you used to? Do you feel like if you got out of there, like you're gonna do that stuff again?
Sometimes I even worry about my own thoughts. I feel like I've gotten to know better, and that if I do get out, there's more chance I have of doing it again. Yes.
Okay, now that's a weekly check-in, right? And,
Well, sometimes weekly, sometimes more than once a week.
and you report the results of that to the program?
So most of the time, the therapist is present when I talk, and if not, then I absolutely will report any information that he gives me to try and help him get better.
Because he won't talk to the therapist.
No,
And what is their attitude about it at this point?
they don't want him there anymore. They don't care. They just think that he's set in his ways and this is who he is, and I'm sorry, here's your kid.
Damn.
Take him back.
Damn, bro. Holy fuck. That. Oh my god, bro.
I've searched high and low looking for other treatment facilities.
Holy shit,
Just keep
dude.
falling short.
That is just.
But I'm trying.
That is just fucked up in its
Have you
own.
thought about prosecuting? That's what you've been told by this
No,
program, right?
bro.
Yes.
Holy
That
shit.
you
What?
prosecute him, and he pleads guilty, gets into the system, then they will...
They said release him until he goes into the system, until he dies. Until they basically just.
Press the charges, and they're dragging their feet. It's like nobody wants to help.
And if when he's discharged, you just don't show up...
I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's gonna be such a tough thing for this mother to hear.
Then go to
Your son, he is set on his ways. He has decided that that is who he is. He is a child molester. He is a danger to the community.
If it's independent living,
He should be locked up. I'm sorry. He is a human being. He has a life. He just like me. He sees. He has shit of his hands. Free will, crazy. You know what I mean? But like, he used that free will to fucking molest children.
Amazon Black Friday week is here. With deals up to 40% off. Shop great deals all week.
The human mind is, I think, it's very deep and complex.
It always bothered me that as much traffic was on that intersection, nobody saw anything.
It's just we'll never we will never understand. That's what's crazy. Am I still streaming? Hold on. But, like, we will never understand the human mind. I don't think ever. It's too complex. At least not in my lifetime. We'll be long gone. Everything else may be long gone. Nothing may exist. Okay, that pedophilia documentary.
I'm Janet Monahan. Tonight, in a special edition of The Big Story, we have a deeply disturbing report on how paedophiles get away with sexually abusing children again and again.
Oh my god, bro. Hold on, I might turn this down on. I'm just trying to get... It's now all pedophiles. Fuck! Come on! Give me something different. I debated a necrophiliac artist. That sounds interesting, but not really. Not right now. No, thank you. How the internet made... Who? This is a gamer from Mars video.
Partaken behind the scenes is hardly a new phenomenon. In fact, it seems like lately it's been a constant cycle. A person gets called out, their fan base turns on them, and they either manage to refute the allegations or run off the internet. But what if I told you that in one instance, these accusations against a notable comic book artist led to the man taking their own life? But not before pulling a 13 Reasons Why and calling out those that slighted him in the process, leading to a massive fallout in his industry as a result. Well, that's the true story I'll be digging deep into today. Ed Piskor was born in 1982 in the borough of Homestead, Pennsylvania. He was the first of 4 siblings and grew up in poverty. His parents worked at a factory until it closed a few years after his birth. They had difficulty finding a job afterward due to the local steel industry's collapse. He recalled being one of the few white families in the neighborhood. The streets were divided by gangs, which he learned the hard way. I went out dressed in red Chicago Bulls gear because Michael Jordan was big and I got beat up. His race became a bigger deal in middle school as he grew apart from his black friends who formed their own cliques. By some recounts, he even got bullied for being white. I was also one of the only kids whose parents were still together. And as weird as this sounds, that was an embarrassment to me because people would make fun of me. This led the young boy to withdraw and spend his time in one of the few hobbies they could afford, drawing. Ed drew to his heart's content all over the bedroom walls. He called it the Fanatical Studio. It was quickly covered with scribbles of Calvin and Hobbes, superheroes, and his very own characters.
And this here was like our house. Whenever I have dreams where I'm at home, it's always here. I always wake up in my bedroom here.
Like many kids, he grew up reading Marvel. This colored his view of the medium until the 1989 film Comic Book Confidential. The documentary showed the other side, interviewing many underground artists. It was through this he took inspiration from names like Robert Crumb and Harvey Pekar. The hobby became one of the few ways he could connect with other people. He started hanging out with a crew of artists, although they each gave up on their dreams over time. Ed was persistent, however, only able to imagine himself as a comic book artist. Even his teachers let him draw all day in class. In 1996, his family moved to another borough in PA named Munhall. A year later, the sophomore began passing out in class at random. It was later discovered the 15-year-old suffered from severe gastrointestinal bleeding due to colitis. He was hospitalized for an entire month, requiring multiple surgeries and transfusions. Thankfully, Ed survived, but remained sick for the next 2 years. It was at this point that his parents grew a lot more forgiving to their eldest's aspirations. They let him follow a homeschool program which only required 4 hours a week. He started going out to meet other illustrators and local bands. I started hanging out with older kids and even people in their 20s. Those guys introduced me to graffiti and things like that. Once I got better, I would stay out all night and do graffiti, then come home, crash, wake up at like 3 p.m., have my teachers come over, do that school shit, and then just do it all over again. This went on for a couple years. He was obsessive about comics, which carried over to his own work. This was likely a symptom of his OCD, a reoccurring issue throughout his life. After graduating, he briefly enrolled at the Joe Kubert School of Art in New Jersey. It was a mixed experience. They teach you to be a hack at the school, meaning that you should take every possible job that comes your way and just crap out everything that interests you the least. He stayed at a dorm called The Mansion, describing it as a mix between squirrely, socially retarded cartoonists that interests you the least. He stayed at a dorm called The Mansion, describing it as a mix between squirrely, socially retarded cartoonists
Yeah. Okay. I guess this should be good. That area over there needs to be, fixed. Yeah. I love Minecraft. It's just so peaceful.
pre-existing Whisper network around the scorned icon, with rumors circulating for years. This message is supposed to have been sent in early 2020. Piskor is a dismissive idiot that talks down to people and tries to big-time folks because he has tiny dick syndrome. He also will slide DMs at random women in comics. Total creep. He also loves using the N-word, but it's okay because he invented hippity hop. They derided him as a culture vulture, ridiculing the quality of his work and reveling in the aftermath. Whoa, the Ed Piskor stuff I'm seeing right now is wild. Comics kayfabers got some explaining to do. It was your man's. He was your boy. I heard you grew up with him. Brutal. There's no justification. Ed deactivated all of his social media with the entirety of his YouTube channel going private, while he'd 4 hours a week.
You've pictured this moment all year long. You, the sofa you wanted, and the best sale.
He started going out to meet other illustrators and local bands. I started hanging out secret online
Spider-Man.
Early history of hip-hop tracing back to a school uniform selfie with hard eyes. Hip-Hop Family Tree went on to span 4 volumes, with the last in 2016. The second won him another Eisner Award. Ed became a darling of the scene, with a knack for nonfiction. It even allowed him to fulfill his dream of working with Marvel. He collaborated with the company to create X-Men Grand Design. It's a complete retelling pieced together from decades of different stories. This was the first superhero comic by a single creator published by Marvel since 1986. With all his novels involving some historical retelling, it's no surprise this fascination extended to his own industry. In 2019, Ed launched Cartoonist Kayfabe with fellow illustrator Jim Rugg. It was a YouTube channel dedicated to discussing the media. It garnered a small but loyal audience who were interested to hear the unfiltered thoughts of 2 comic veterans. Keith LeBlanc once described Hip-Hop Family Tree as the rape of hip-hop, with some accusing it of cultural appropriation. Ed was also quite vocal about his is that he was very dismissive of anything not to his taste. He frequently insulted creators he didn't think were good enough as jobbers. After 5 years of this, he built up a lot of bad blood. By and large, though, Ed was a well-respected name in the world of comics, which only made what happened next all the more devastating. Things became serious on March 23, 2024, when a cartoonist named Molly Dwyer spoke out against Piskor publicly on her Instagram story. Ed Piskor likes young girls. He will try to use his fame to get them to FaceTime him, give him attention, or make them come and stay with him. I don't know if this has worked for him, but it doesn't matter. This behavior is disgusting. Ed could argue and say that was not his intention, or that he was just being friendly. I find nothing normal or friendly about a 40-year-old man asking a high school girl about her classes. Ed's interactions with this supposed minor began in May of 2020, when she was 17 and Ed was 38. The artist messaged her after she liked one of his photos. Her first post showed him confirming her age. Damn, this is incredible work. Are you 17 or 18? I'm gonna be so mad if you say 17, because this crushes me at that age. The next shows that Ed continued messaging her inappropriately. He reacted to a school uniform selfie with hard eyes. He called her a naughty girl and asked if she was a snitch. I feel like you'd be a good partner in crime. You're not a snitch, are you? If we robbed some banks, you wouldn't rat me out, would you? While both him and the teen lived in Pennsylvania, they were on opposite sides of the state. The older man offered her a place to stay and get lunch with other cartoonists. That last one's the back bedroom.
Bro, I'm uncomfortable. I would be uncomfortable with my partner. I don't have a partner yet. I am single right now, so
slowed down near the end of the pandemic.
I would be uncomfortable with my partner
to this day, Ed Piskor slides into my
5 years younger than me. I'd be very, like, weirded out by that.
While she accused the cartoonist of being a groomer, a sex pest, and a predator, Dwyer insisted that she didn't want him to get canceled.
Like,
this is not a
whatever, 18, like, years or whatever that was.
The truth about this person.
What the fuck, bro? Like, bro. Why? 8, like, oh my god, that's gross, bro.
Many saw it as the perfect time to.
I don't even care if she was 18. What the fuck is the difference? If she was 17 and, like,
circulating for years.
10 months.
Supposed to have been sent in early
what would be the difference if he waited 2 months? It's still fucking gross either way!
Because he has tiny dick syndrome. He also
fuck, it's still gross either way. If she was 17 and 10 months old, and in 2 months she turned, fucking 18, what the fuck is the difference? What really is the difference? Oh, congratulations, she's 2 months older than she was. No, you still have that massive age gap. Like, what?
He was your boy. I heard you.
You age with her. You age in front of her. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not like she'll eventually catch up to you. It's not like you'll stop aging, no. Oh, she's now 32, and oh yeah, now or she was 18 when I liked her, but I was only 40. So I waited until she was 45. Like, what? No, that makes zero sense because you still have the massive age gap in front of you. There's still the massive age gap. That's why it's weird when a billionaire dates I find it really weird when a billionaire like dates or marries a supermodel like that's like 20 something. Like, bro, what?
The claim was so widespread, it appeared.
Bro, if I was a billionaire and I couldn't find a wife with I would die so sad. There's no way I couldn't find, with billions of dollars, I couldn't find a woman. There's no way. A woman who would actually like me for who I am. Yeah, I would use a little bit of money, but I would use that money to clean myself up, get some, like, nice clothes, not nice clothes, but, like, a cooler, I like this fit. I fuck with this fit heavy, but I need to change this fit right now.
No evidence is provided.
I'll change this fit as soon as Sienna gives me my sleeves.
Hated the disgraced illustrator.
And then I'll find my skull pants. Figure out where those went. Find my other
The first time I saw Spark, I thought it was a trick of the light.
But
the way sunlight catches dust in the air.
Yeah.
But it's no trick.
Yeah,
It's
why?
what happens when someone is kind.
Yeah, I would use some of my money, but I would like buy a car. Make sure I have a stable house, like a stable, like not like a mansion. I wouldn't buy a fucking mansion with the billions of dollars. Like I would buy like a house, like not, like the one I'm in right now, obviously. But there wouldn't be 5 people living in it. But the way it's set up right now, that it would be more space efficient. But I would like buy a house like I'm living in right now. I would buy a nice car. I'd probably buy a Scat Pack Challenger or Charger to be modest. Or maybe like an Audi or a BMW M car. Like a 2018 M5. That'd be nice. But there's no way, bro. I would be 80 years old, billions of dollars, and not have a wife who's also the same age because I've been with her for years. That's kind of sad, I guess. Whatever.
That had to resort to making a YouTube channel to pressure small comic shops into bulk buying a bunch of unsellable comics and uses fake numbers to falsify his success. I remember when this guy first met me and tried to impress me. Before the channel existed, he would talk shit on Jim Rugg, call him a bad artist, and also said he would never draw gore for attention. This was followed by Taffeta Darling, a cosplayer and streamer on Twitch, who claimed that in July of 2023, he invited her to pose naked in his home for a pinup. He allegedly offered industry connections in exchange, though she later admitted it was more nuanced. I tried to remain cordial and had even asked him at one point to be on my podcast. The weird shit I get all the time sort of rolls off my back. With now several women coming out against him, the scandal could no longer be ignored. Ed was scheduled to have his own exhibit at the Pennsylvania Cultural Trust that April. It was postponed indefinitely in light of the allegations, mere weeks before it was set to open. The story reached local outlets as people celebrated relatives and childhood friends learning the truth about him. It also caught the attention of those on the opposite side of the aisle. Ethan Van Sciver and others in support of #ComicsGate quickly jumped on the bandwagon. He was open about harboring a personal grudge and supporting the accusers out of spite.
So, I just want to say, like, officially...
What was that? Why they do that?
I'm going to go extra hard on him in Trashcast. I will be interviewing the whores that he tried to exploit.
The whores? What?
Them on the show, and I will be digging into at his score.
It's probably worth briefly explaining the context of who exactly this man is. Ethan is a comic book writer and artist.
Why did he call them whores? Why did he call victims, underage girls, whores? Because
so-called SJW politics in mainstream comic books. While Ed himself was not vocal, Mr. Sciver certainly was relevant in the notion that the mainstream crowd over these allegations. At some point, Ethan's audience got the idea that Ed was following Dwyer since she was 14. This led her to issue a statement asking to be left out of comic politics. Ed Piskor did not follow me when I was 14. Are you people just making shit up for fun because you're bored? He would go back and like my pictures and stuff. Yes, I was even...
Oh my god! I'm dying! Help me! Help me!
News outlets. I'm not beckoning to have calling his agent.
That was gay.
I'm 21 now. I am fine. I was never harmed.
No, I'm good.
Never made me
My throat does hurt a bit.
My throat
hurts a bit.
That I wanted to make it known on my art account, where young artists follow me, and that he picks me out randomly. It was unfortunately only going to escalate with a segment about the cartoonist. With his docs appearing in the broadcast uncensored. They knock on the door and his father comes out to defend him. They also see the statement
consent in Pennsylvania, notwithstanding corruption of a minor, is 16 years old.
Oh, no, like, bro, it's still weird, bro.
Meet Panera's new
Okay, you spinach.
a duo built for dipping, here for a limited time.
While his co-host had so far stayed quiet, Jim officially ended their working relationship. In light of this past week's shocking revelations, I find it necessary to reevaluate my professional associations to ensure they align with my values of respect and integrity. Therefore, I have ended my working relationship with Ed Piskor. It was supported by their subreddit at large, with some alluding to their own experiences. They claimed he'd been notorious locally for ages, but provided no evidence. Ethan, who might I remind you was trashing Ed just a few days prior, criticized the decision, calling Jim a bad friend and deducing it to SJWs having no loyalty. This is when things started to slow down, with little else to say until
I texted her my house burned down. Watch, I wonder what her reaction is gonna be.
Ed posted a Google Doc explaining he no longer had a reason to live. The scandal had destroyed his world in ways the public wasn't even aware of. He was about to sign a
I had to specify Minecraft.
Switchblade shorties, which obviously fell through. Now he was an outcast from the very profession that shaped his life. I knew I wasn't going to be able to survive this.
I feel bad now because you thought my actual house burnt down.
Sounds sad and pathetic to some, but this culture and
don't know
gave me the greatest joy in life. I have no friends in this life any longer. I am a disappointment to everyone who liked me. I'm a pariah. News organizations at my door and hassling my
maybe not sure my hot bar.
Putting our address on TV and the internets. How could I ever go back to my small town where everyone knows me? Ed next addresses each of the accusations, starting with Molly.
IDK.
It's fault in texting her at all due to her age. He claimed to have innocent intentions, but offers rather questionable explanations. Seeing someone younger represent Robert
don't do that shit, lame-o. Oh my god, I fucking love my friends, bro.
Curiosity killed the cartoonist. Ed states there was no way he would let an 18 and nonetheless 17-year-old stay with him. His message was apparently in reference to an unknown future after the pandemic. It was an extension of the kindness he had given when he started out. He claimed that the naughty girl comment was sarcastic, and in response to a simple crime...
Fuck, my house really did get taken out by lightning.
Unfinished pages of his comic. With all that said, Ed did admit that the DMs were still awful to look at. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to offer professional favors to anyone or use my position, what a joke, to get into anyone's pants. We're all in the art game, so why not introduce new friends to old friends? When I was bringing up any professional stuff to anybody, it was just common ground conversation. Ed accuses Molly Wright of fabricating her entire story, alleging her behavior to be borderline criminal. It's worth pointing out no evidence was shown for any of Wright's claims, which include several unnamed minors. Piskor says they had sex twice in 2020, and that Wright initiated both times. He argues she's a lover scorned, with their friendship deteriorating after he got into a committed relationship. It's so corny. I absolutely never asked for a blowjob in trade for anything ever. She successfully made me look stupid, and everybody accepted her word as fact. I never had anyone lined up for an open relationship with her. I never was interested in a relationship with her. Thankfully, her posts including the piece about me dissing Jim Rugg, super emotional language, and the Red Room sales stuff portray she's a petty woman scorned, punitive and false. He calls for her to be held accountable and encourages his family to take legal action. He also denied using any burner accounts to defend himself. Lastly, Ed addresses Taffeta by admitting to her version of events. Big Titty Taff? Yeah, I would draw you naked all day and never apologize for wanting to. I like drawing titsing tattoos when I'm not drawing comics. The note ends with Ed elaborating on why he felt like he had no other choice but to end it all. I was murdered by internet bullies, massive amounts of them. Some of you out there absolutely contributed to my death as you were entertaining yourself with gossip. I wasn't AI. I was a real human being. You chipped little bits of my self-esteem away all week until I was vaporized. Maybe I'll be able to haunt you dorks as a ghost. I come from gypsy heritage, and I'm definitely cursing a lot of you. This is the calmest I've felt all week. It's over for me. I'm sorry for the hurt it'll cause my family and closest buds. I hope it makes people think twice when joining an internet feeding frenzy. There you have it. Control freak till the last. Peace out, Eddie P. Hours later, Ed's family confirmed the cartoonist had indeed taken his own life at the age of 41. His sister posted on Facebook, "Please just keep our family in your prayers, as this is the hardest thing we've ever had to go through." It shocked the entire community, who didn't expect such a dark turn of events. Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, was deeply troubled by the news. He advocated for change, reading excerpts from the notes while mourning his late friend.
I don't know what happened with Ed Piskor. I don't know what happened. He suddenly was in the eye of the storm. A bunch of allegations. Seemed like there was a judgment that came, as they often do, before maybe everything could be vetted. But I'm going to say again, I don't know everything. What I know is Ed is gone.
Ryan Moss, another regular guest, left comics stating the community killed his friend. Ed's channel went live again to help support his family. On top of that, Jim also started re-uploading older episodes. Ed's alleged murder turned posting, proving it wasn't actually him after all. His accusers all went private or deactivated their accounts. Their names were redacted from previous articles. While the accused had passed, the fallout was far from over. That's because
I don't like talking to my friends, but like,
for the people he felt were responsible for his death. It's difficult to ascertain exactly what each person did, as many went on to delete their tweets on the matter. The Pittsburgh City Paper article was written by Matt Petros, who contributed to Kotaku, The Daily Beast, and the Comics Journal. Ed called the writer out directly for his coverage. Seeing these DMs even further out of context on other news outlets and media sites, Matt, you know what you did to skew your narrative. Q. But they surely gave themselves their own plausible deniability by asking me for comments right as I'm trying not to jump off a bridge or something. There were so many out there waiting in the wings for something like this to emerge. You all got your wish. You were waiting for something to blow out of proportion, and it got served to you on a silver platter. Most of the names were listed in a paragraph near the end.
Wait, what? That's on what?
Daryl A.O. Braithwaite, calling the story a kill.
Okay, bro, she can have the design, I guess. I don't know.
Braithwaite denied harassing him or even being familiar with the artist at all. Next were Ramon Villalobos and Cam Del Rosario. They'd feuded with Ed since 2020 after he had called them clout chasers. Ramon tweeted about the scandal a lot, with some arguing he made it about himself. I've never reached. I've always been right. I looked into Ed Piskor's soul and saw a nasty little guy worthy of contempt. For years, J.B. Rowe mocked the artist and claimed he used slurs casually. He alluded to Ed being a creep as far back as 2020. Ed had choice words for Alex DeCampi as well. Alex DeCampi, may you continue to have zero success no matter how hard you continuously leverage other people's business from your bully pulpit. The most ominous call-out is against illustrator Evan Dorkin. Evan was a similarly big name in indie comics, most well known for Dork. They had once been friends but had a falling out, with Evan criticizing him openly. Ed wrote, "Evan Dorkin, I hope skeletons from your closet get revealed someday." Dorkin responded on Twitter expressing guilt for piling on. He tried to reach out to Ed in private, to no avail. It was posted before confirmation he had passed. Ramon issued a response later that day, explaining it wasn't his intention to kick him out of comics. He mourned Ed's passing, wrestled with his own intentions, and wished there had been a path to redemption. In his letter, Piskor said he was innocent and that there was missing context that, if shared, would exonerate him. I wish he made that case and acknowledged his experience may not have aligned with the women who spoke out against him. He could have acknowledged his faults and promised to do better, and I'm sure most would have given him the opportunity to prove he was capable of growth. We'll never know because Ed chose another route, and it's heartbreaking. I hate that this was the choice he made. Many of those listed in Ed's notes were already hated by the hashtag Comicsgate crowd. This, alongside the supposed Whisper Network, made it an easy narrative to spin. The very same people who review-bombed his books and called him a groomer began claiming he was murdered. That included attacking Jim, despite Ed listing him as one of the good people that tried to help. Jim Rugg came to my house unsolicited and gave me a hug and told me he loves me. If you know Jimmy, you know how huge that is. This resulted in its own back and forth, with some criticizing the cartoonist's last words. Anyone in the comic space right now using the phrase mob mentality is not a safe person, and everyone should be taking note. They argued the note was manipulative, and he never took accountability. Alec Robbins, a cartoonist and TV writer, spoke on the matter at length. Nobody made Ed Piskor commit suicide, as he implies in his note. He talks as if he was murdered. He wasn't. He made a sad choice. The language in that letter implies a pettiness that led him to his own grave. He'd rather hurt his accusers than live on and face accountability. And with that, the story of Ed's passing started to fade out. But not before scarring his many enemies and critics in the process, with his suicide note haunting them to this very day. On one hand, it's disingenuous to act like there was no legitimate reasons to call out the artist. It would be a mistake to treat his note as an infallible truth. His explanations regarding Molly Dwyer are unconvincing, to put it lightly, and it's fair to not believe his side of events. On top of that, there's also an undeniable call to action to weaponize his death in his final paragraphs. At the same time, he wasn't irredeemable, and the sheer level of backlash backed him into a corner. Ed took solace in comics, an industry he truly believed in, and tried his best to support. Then, over the span of a week, he lost everything. His closest friend denounced him publicly. The exhibit putting his work on display was shelved. That was on top of losing $75,000 worth of a publishing deal. No one defended him, and many chose to devalue his work. The legacy he spent his entire life to create was tainted.
Now, yes, for those of you who know, the now late author has had some recent controversy surrounding them. But he is dead now, so your money isn't really going to him anymore.
There was no escape either, with reporters harassing his family on their doorstep. Then his address was shared online for the entire world to see. The already troubled cartoonist was pushed to the edge, with even the main accuser ignored when she tried clarifying her stance, turning the story into a culture war skirmish, with the once beloved artist passing likely to hang over the community for a very long time. As the Canadian author Jeet Heer put it, Ed's death is being called a tragedy, but it feels like something worse, a senseless obscenity. It didn't need to happen. Everything escalated in a way that
fuck that water, bro. Get the what the fuck?
In the months since his
Bro, I'm
passing,
getting pissed
many
off
of Ed's
by
former
this
friends and
water.
loved ones have tried to make good on his wishes. His last work, Switchblade Shorties, is set to finally be published. It was crowdfunded by his family, who raised over $70,000. Rugg restored cartoonist kayfabe to upload the rest of their backlog. The channel now sits just under 100,000 subscribers. In a sad twist of events, the ordeal has led many people to discover his work for the first time. At the very least, it means a lot of people will come away with a better appreciation for the medium and its history, which is probably what he would have wanted.
For low prices, for fast shipping, for holidays with pets, there's Chewy. Get a free emergency pizza to use in the future when you order Domino's online.
Yeah.
I don't believe I'm exaggerating when I say I just saw the worst.
You really want to try to go after my friends again, you stupid little Canadian motherfucker town and have a little you stupid
fucking love Cyrax. What a great source of entertainment that man is.
And I got the screenshots to prove it.
No, you do not.
Yes, you do.
No, you do not. No, you do not. No, you do not, boy. No, you don't.
I do. You did it.
You know what's funny, Nick? No, you know what's funny? Alright, let me ask you this. If you have the screenshots, then why is it that the account that I was on that you're claiming they were on, why is that account shut down? That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Welcome back to the Cyrax Rabbit Hole Deep Dive. It's your boy Swampy D back at it again. Today, part 2 of Cyrax's recent deviant behavior. Apparently, after Chance was caught for talking naughty to Ethan's wife, he somehow convinced Ethan to give him the benefit of the doubt and to talk to him again. But wouldn't you know, Cyrax would once again send Ethan's wife more explicit messages, alongside many other women as well. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the shenanigans with Marty, Ethan, and good old Cyrax yelling his face off like usual.
You made a new account. You were trying to be...
No, I did not, brother. I know who did. It was William Boyd Corey. I'll put his ass on the feet if he doesn't back up.
Ethan, you gotta cut this guy out of your life.
William, I'm calling you out. Hey, William, Edward boy, I'm calling you out and I'm calling you out, Marty. I'm calling all 3 of you fuckers out. You need to leave Ethan the fuck alone.
You stop.
I didn't do shit, Nick, and you know.
I'm gonna prove it.
Oh, you're making.
But these are just crackhead people with disabilities who are highly fucked in the
I'm
brain.
not surprised Cyrax is trying to play Superman here. This seems to be the norm for him once he's caught with his hand in the cookie jar. It's absolutely tragic.
You cut it off, I'm walking out this goddamn. No, Marty's out here again with people. No, I'm not about to lose my friend again for a second time.
You only have yourself.
I can do shit, Nick, and you know it, motherfucker. Shut your fat ass up, you retarded tug of war. Ethan, I'll tell you right now, this man's fucking gaslighting you. You wanna know how I know?
Well, maybe we're a little bit too deep. Whatever.
I can't even Chance, you asked me to ask Carrie.
Shut your mouth and listen to me, bro. I'm being straight with you, dog.
I have no, I guess this is what else.
He's gaslighting you, bro. It's all a fucking fake to get views off of me.
Oh boy, here Cyrax goes again, claiming all of this is manufactured so the trolls can get views. While I truly wish this was the case, and that I could just make up Cyrax gold whenever I wanted to, sadly, it is not. This is just the consequences of your own actions, Mr. Cyrax.
Why? Because he's desperate for views. And why is he desperate for views? Well, gee.
He doesn't even talk to Kira. He doesn't even talk to Kira.
Yes, I do.
Well, it's funny, we never hear from Kira. It's a lie.
No, the fuck it ain't, bitch. I know your little scam. I know what you're trying to do.
A scam? Kira doesn't even exist. No one's ever heard Kira. Like, where is she, you know?
That's none of your goddamn business, boy. So shut your punk ass up. Put a gun to your head and kill yourself. You ain't nothing but a wannabe gaslighting piece. You and Woodman and...
You know, you've seen him when he's caught before, right? He was caught in a sexual... So when he got caught with Taylor, he acted the same exact way he's acting.
Before you get Kiwi bombs on you again.
Okay.
Maybe get Kiwi bombs on you again.
I would genuinely love to know in the comments how many of you guys actually believe that Kira exists, or if it's just another one of these buddy trolls. I'm very doubtful myself. Cyrax, we all know Kiwi Farms is not your friend. I don't know why you're flexing like they are, but I guess we'll see where this threat goes.
Chance, last time you commented on my Kiwi Farms, everything turned on you, okay?
Don't let me get Kiwi Farms on your ass. Don't let me get CIA on your ass.
You turned the whole thread against you.
Don't let me get your slutty whore girlfriend on your ass. Because you know she'll whip your ass. You know that she will, you damn well she will hand your ass to you. You knew it. You legally be
Why the
we know why you're doing this, and me and Ethan are falling for it again.
Ethan, you know that
Straight up, man.
Problem sexting people, and he's so out of control that he's doing it to your wife.
You guys were abused.
Now doing it to your wife.
Chance seems to have selective memory. I don't think he remembers how the last Kiwi Farms interaction ended for him, but of course Cyrax has to bring Marty's girlfriend into this. It doesn't seem like he can ever really just threaten anybody directly without having to bring somebody they care about into it to try to make them a little bit more angry, and it never really seems to work out in his favor.
He's been sexting other women other than Kira too, right, Chance?
No.
So if I have proof that you are, you lose Ethan forever. So
your proof is a
fucking man? Everybody fucking yeah.
Proof that you sexted other women.
You scamming scumbag.
Is there anyone whose holes you want to call? Chance? Have you messaged anyone recently saying you want to call for holes, Chance? So Ethan, I got some proof.
And Nick, do yourself a favor and end your life. End your life, Nick. You're a liar. A gaslighter, Nick.
Why doesn't he just quit the lying?
Oh, well, you know what?
I've seen the messages to my wife with my own eyes. I saw that they were from his fucking account.
No, I'm talking about these. Ethan?
That's not even.
Fucking just acting retarded.
What?
I don't know, I'm trying to fix my fucking...
Ethan, Mom is asking, Mom asked me to tell you right now to get off here, and she just said this. She needs you to call her on Messenger right the fuck now. She confirmed that Marty is gaslighting you, bro.
She can do that.
Ethan, get off this guy.
First, I'm gonna show the proof.
Ethan, get off this goddamn street right now and go call my mom. She knows that Nick is gaslighting you, bro. It's all a fake. It's all a setup to get views, man. Think about it, Ethan.
Think about it, man. It's all about getting views, man.
Business. We don't have time to do anything that Nick is claiming because I'm too busy for that.
He has all day in that room all day.
That's you fat. I can't believe this fat piece of shit.
It seems to me that Marty is fairly confident in this alleged proof he has. Ethan also seems to be fully against Cyrax at this point in the game. Tisk, Chance. You truly have nobody. Not even the trolls. Not even a buddy troll. Sad days here. Sad days indeed.
You were just sit there and believe a fat piece of shit to you and stole from you and got away with it. Me, I have been a straight shooter with you.
Well, I don't have my mistakes.
I'm not the liar here, Ethan. He is. Wait, fucking Ethan. Wait, you're not that stupid, man. Look at this. You're not dumb, bro. You're not dumb. You see what Marty did to you, girl? You see what he did to me? You see what he did to my friends and family? This ain't the
see what he did to me, man? Fucked up, man. Fucked up.
People before you, man. Wake the fuck, Ethan. You're my brother, my best friend. I would never do that to you, dog. You know me better than that.
Well, I got proof he's sexting multiple women.
Ethan, listen. You're my brother, man.
Let us in the audience remember.
Well, oh shit, I got
this
fucking
is a
days off
grown
of there.
34-year-old man telling other grown adults to call his mother so that she can quote-unquote confirm the gaslighting. This is just beyond silly. You truly are the laughingstock of the internet, Chance. It's time for you to pack it up and just get off the internet for good, man. It's really not doing you any good. Sally's been yelling at you in the background of this stream several times. You're literally in your mid-30s and you can't even do the most basic responsible things. You've never had a job. You've never earned $1 in your life. This is just sad, dude. Absolutely sad.
So if he's lying about not cheating on Kira, why would he be honest with Kira?
Shut your ass up.
Hold on. Whoa.
What are you trying to do, man?
You telling me he cheated on Kara and cheating on and trying to get with my wife. Are you proof of him cheating on Kara, bro? Because if you got proof, I shut my mouth and like let you do your thing. Like,
with at least 3 women, not even including your wife, so 4 women.
No, you know what? I can prove all this shit to think right here now. Ethan, you know both my profiles, bro. You know what they both look like. The one that I have, you want my girl on one. Go and find out, see if it's active. Go on your friends list and see if it's even active. I guarantee you it's not. You wanna know why? Because this man recorded it and then quoted it for being a fraud.
I said this in the last video and I stand by it 100%. Cyrax will defend the honor for any relationship he has, so long as it's with a man. Again, nothing wrong with liking men, but Cyrax being in denial about it is a big no-no here. Cyrax, you can't be running away from the truth here. It's very clear that you care about these relationships with your boys way more than any relationship with any girlfriend or whatever. But come on, man, it's absolutely sad, and I think everybody at this point can agree that it's somewhat sus that you're out here screaming and drooling all over yourself over Ethan. Like, come on, man.
You're not both little brother. You're not both little brother. You can't back down from this bullshit, brother. Type shit, I guess. I don't know. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, but you're still sexting multiple women, so why wouldn't you not sext his wife? You're just a sick sex freak.
Cyrax, calm down and take a sip of some sludge. You seem to be going a little rabid with all that slobber on your pitiful face. I saw a few people in the comments who were speculating that this could be actually a setup by Marty and Ethan, and Cyrax may have never sexted Ethan's wife at all, and this is why Chance is reacting so crazy. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what to make of all that, but if I'm real with you, what you see down the line will kind of show that it was definitely Cyrax doing these deviant things. It's always Cyrax doing these deviant things. As much as you want to see him as a victim sometimes because he physically looks like he might be a little slow or, you know, feeble and all that, realistically he is very gross, and this is something I mentioned very early on in this series. He is starting to get very manipulative, and he is starting to get very underhanded and crafty with all the ways he goes about victimizing people. So never feel bad for Cyrax. That's the number one rule about this.
Saturday, before
yeah, literally Saturday. Like, I find it peculiar, bro, because you've been being weird with me. Like, you ain't been talking to me like you used to.
He said, here's something hilarious. He said, I've been doing this before Marty, but he did it on Saturday. He did it on Saturday, so he's lying again.
If you do not believe me, if you truly do not believe me, come off of this panel right now. Come on me off the panel. Call Mom on Messenger, and she.
Well, why don't you bring Kira up here?
I'm telling you.
Why don't you bring Kira up here to confirm your case? You can't.
I don't need to do shit.
You're lying. You're lying.
Fuck you! Someone's actually have lives, you sick fuck!
Oh, yeah.
Someone's actually have lives, bro!
Call my mom and ask her about it.
Imagine being a grown man saying, call my mom. Call my mom. I could never. I'm 18. I can never imagine saying, I'm gonna call my dad. I'm 18. Well, maybe I could, depending on the situation, but like, I can never really imagine saying, I'm gonna call my fucking dad. No. Gonna handle that shit. Or, you know, unless my friends say I need a ride, then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna call my dad to come pick me up because my fat ass ain't walking nowhere. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad, but like, I really do not like walking, and I love that you give me rides. Thank you, Father.
Trying to like my wife, and his only response is to talk aggressive.
Yo, Tyler keeps sending these snaps.
When you did something wrong, bro, that's a confession without even needing to say it.
You're very right. I can tell you that he's messaged at least 2 women today. I think 3 even. Not even including your wife. So I guess 4 women. Just he's always whipping his cock out.
You know, like I can't help himself. You know, and honestly, I kind of feel bad for him, but like not really, because you're supposed to be best friends, and he's still preying on your wife or trying to.
Ask mom. Ask mom. We'll never get old, honestly. Cyrax isn't fooling anybody. We all know this elderly beating, woman assaulting chomo is lying just about any time he opens his cavity-filled mouth. It's absolutely sad that the world has to smell this rancid breath of his. It's absolutely sad. Anyways, we're actually gonna finally be able to hear something since that goblin's gonna be gone for the rest of the episode because Sally pulled the internet and Ed probably popped him one in the mouth.
I don't know if this is supposed to be known, but that's what he's doing with Kara, allegedly. Like he was trying to play me goofy.
Yeah, like Kara's supposed to be the one that he cares more about than anything, and if he's doing that to her,
right? What the fuck does that say about how much he care about me? Like, I'm not ever gonna have sex with him, but he thinks Kara is, so like that should mean more. And if he's doing that to her, then I don't even want to know what he would do to me for real.
But yeah, I mean, like, so I can say this, like fighting him is almost a sexual thing. Like when he tried to fight me, like he was rock hard. He did have like it was fully erect. And it was weird, and it was creepy.
The last thing Cyrax should tell anyone to do is to think about it, honestly, because if they have any common sense at all, they will run for the hills and far away from you as far as they could possibly get. Cyrax, you should probably never, ever tell anybody to think about their relationship, to really give a critical thought about it.
Yeah, like, so he tried to be sneaky, like he often does with his Facebook profiles. Like, so he has learned something, but he made a profile called Secret Boyfriend, where he starts off saying, hey, your wife, I guess, is like, you know, kind of weirded out by this. She says, hello, that's me. She says, I don't know who you is, but if it is who I think it is, you really shouldn't be messaging me. He says, who do you think it is? And he makes a smiley face, and she knows at that point, like, what do you want, Chance? And then he confirms it, as if there's any doubt. Look, know that I'm no longer friends with your piece of shit idiot boyfriend. I figure we can be a couple. And she says, Chance, I'm married, and I don't even know you, and I don't want to know you. And he comes up with a retort, what if we keep it a secret? And she says, no. About to get worse. Can I show you what's in my pants with before you? That's not a sentence, Chance.
Dear God.
A standard, like, you know, unintelligible bullshit. Hang on, I got
That's just the frame of the house.
So, yeah, and I got another one, too, from another one of these women that he's been playing reindeer games with. Sexual reindeer games.
It's honestly absolutely despicable to think that this could be somebody that they called their best friend's wife, and he starts this whole new Facebook account called Secret Boyfriend just to try to secretly flirt with his best friend's wife. Absolutely despicable behavior. It doesn't matter.
This is just the frame of the house.
Where this is going down in life. This is never okay. And if anybody actually did this to me, sheesh, I would probably be putting the beats on him real quick.
What do you think about him, like, threatening to beat you into being his friend?
I find that to be an insult in multiple ways.
Yeah, that's very fair.
That was wild.
Yeah, it's you know, that's not how friendships work. That's just not.
Oh, yeah, I was expecting him to come here and, like, try to explain some shit, but all he did was yell at me and threaten me type shit, like, Gazette, I slap out you.
Yeah, maybe we believe Kira.
So this is just gonna be, like, court, I guess.
Well, he tells me, talk to Kira. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? He's never given me her contact information.
Fair point. It's almost like, yeah, so it's like the ultimate alibi. You know, like if you give somebody like, oh, go talk to Johnny Jupiter. You know what I mean? Like, well, Johnny Jupiter's not around, and like you have no way of contacting them. And his mom will lie for him. She's always lied for him. She covered his case when he raped Blind Billy. She'll always have his side. And
these diamonds.
See, that's another thing. Like, if I can't trust you, why can I trust your kinfolk? That's shitty logic, Chance.
Honestly, you can't even blame Ethan for feeling the way he does. You give the guy a chance to plead his case, to give his side of the story, to hopefully explain away some of these inconsistencies, and unfortunately he comes in and says, hey, I'm gonna beat you down to the ground. I'm gonna beat the brakes off you, brother. If you don't believe me, you don't go talk to my grandma, you don't go talk to my make-believe girlfriend, I'm gonna beat you down, brother. other. That's how friendship works. And it's just like, Cyrax, no, that's not how friendship works. You shouldn't be talking to anybody that way, let alone your best friend, quote unquote. You got caught doing something really messed up. What you should do is be trying to be accountable for it and maybe salvage that relationship. But instead, you'd rather threaten them and threaten people around them. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, look who she raised. Like, look, she's never, ever held them accountable or responsible for anything. So why would she start now? It seems beyond unlikely. So he makes the proposition, can I show you what's in my pants with before you decide? Yes, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he says he doesn't have to know, though. And the chance to be with a rock star doesn't come around every day. Misspelled every, typical Chance fashion.
That's fine. My music's doing well, I suppose, even though I don't own the rights to it.
Do you have the song handy? Because, like, I don't know, I wouldn't play it, but if you have it, I'll play it. Like, I thought you did a pretty good job on it.
How would I get it to you?
I guess you can either send it on Discord or Facebook. Either one is perfectly fine.
Sally is a lost cause, and I stopped feeling bad for her a couple of episodes in because it became quickly apparent to me, and I'm sure almost anyone else looking from the outside in, is that it has always